What's going on, everybody? Hope everyone's having a fantastic morning, fantastic day, day 4 of free agency as of right now. Obviously waking up to the news that Howie Roseman got extended. It was due time. It was going to happen, I guess. I guess it was something that was just going to happen. At the end of the day, I would rather have Howie Roseman than Dan Snyder. I would rather have Howie Roseman than Jerry Jones. I would rather have Howie Roseman than the Lions GM and the Bears GM. So, and it's funny because I saw someone on Twitter kind of say the same thing, but they added the Lions GM and Bears GM. I was like, you know what? That's probably right, to be honest with you. But that's what I thought about Dan Snyder, Jerry Jones. It is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I mean? We didn't get anybody yet, no. Tom Brady reached out to Julio Jones the other day. That's kind of crazy. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Angel, we got Tony Miller. What's going on? Donnie, Ralph, what's going on, bro? Jinx, dude, what's going on? Eddie, Mark, Holmes, Mullet, what's going on, man? Perfect timing, just rolling up. Hope you're having a good day, bro. JC, so cool. So if we don't make a trade today or make a move, I'll be sick to my stomach. Dude, you gotta give it. Dude, gotta be patient, man. Gotta be patient. There's a lot of players still available in free agency right now. Like, it's not over yet. JJ and Daddy, did we get anyone yet? Nope. MJ, Tom Brady reached out to Julio Jones. Limited Cod said, listen, we have made the playoffs for the past 4 or 5 years. And you know what? It's true. You can't ignore it. You know what I mean? The Eagles have been, the Eagles have been in the playoffs for a bit. You know what I mean? We made the playoffs almost every year. So that's just what happens. Out of all the years, we've been in the playoffs most of these years since Howie Roseman, obviously since the Super Bowl at least. And it was due time. It was going to happen. I'm not even like, there's going to be fans that probably make videos. Probably people are going to make videos that are really pissed about it. But at this point, it's just like, all right, I can't really, even the past couple seasons, I mean, at least for last year with the draft, I actually, it turned out really well. Eagles made some decisions and, I don't know. I'm not trying to find a way to say something, but I'm not mad about it. At the end of the day, I'm not. Maybe down the road I will be. Maybe not right now. Maybe I feel pretty good right now. Maybe we all feel pretty good right now about it. So that's what I'm hoping that not the case. So Jojo, what's going on? Yeah, Howie is back. Howie Roseman is back. Jay, what's up? We resigned Howie before getting another free agent. Yeah, bro. That's just what happened, bro. That's what happened. It's not soda, it's water. I drink water like all day. So keep myself hydrated. Limit Cause says he's the best, but certainly not the worst. And that's true. I think us Eagles fans have been through so much with Howie Roseman. It's just kind of crazy. Brokey 711, here is Howie for another 3 years. Yo, Troy, what's going on, man? MJ, what's going on? Marcus Polk, Brian, Cruises, OBJ. Not sure, man. Jay Funk, what's going on, man? Good morning to you, too. JJ and Daddy said we need a honey badger. Yeah, Tyrann Mathieu is still available right now, so I'm looking for that safety signing. I'm looking for a wide receiver or safety signing today. I mean, at least the next signing in general. I necessarily doesn't have to be today, but so we'll see. Raphael Brown says, what up, Joey? What's going on? Troy Singleton says, what up, Joey? What's going on, Troy? Con Keller says, Howie loves the one-year prove-it deals. Wouldn't be surprised if he waits. Well, you know what? I think as of right now, I think we'll do another mid-tier signing. I think we'll actually make another mid-tier signing. But something is brewing with the Philadelphia Eagles right now. There's something going on with the Philadelphia Eagles. And I don't think it's mostly the Deshaun Watson stuff going on, which, thank God, it's probably going to be over today. But I think there is something brewing with the Eagles. There's something going on. The Eagles are way too quiet right now. We've been hearing little scoops on 2 days ago it was Allen Robinson, then it was Valdez-Scantling the other day. And Valdez, we heard about Valdez-Scantling pretty much after the stream yesterday. And, Valdez only had 430 yards. He only played 6 games. Everyone's saying he had a drop issue, which I don't believe he did. I think he got better with that. I think he'd be a solid number 2 to a number 3 for us. But is that going to be their main target? I don't know. I think really the Eagles are doing their homework on every receiver. And I haven't seen Allen Robinson signed yet. The wide receiver market's has been dumped right now. It's been kind of crazy. So I'm not sure what's really going to happen with the wide receiver market and how much these guys are going to get. Yeah. So Browns have been informed that they're out of the running for Deshaun Watson. So it seems like it's going to be Saints and I think Panthers. I don't know. But I want to see that. I actually want to see like this deal and see like what the compensation is. Jay Fox says yes, and we did Howie for 5 years. Our Gravy says the Eagles about to announce a trade. I hope so, man. I hope so. Miles Jack ended up getting signed by the Steelers, $8 million a year. So saw that the other day. And after the 4:00 deadline the other day, there's a lot of linebackers that got released the other day. So I mean, you never know who they could just pick up just to pick up. You know what I mean? So I would just take a chance. Mr. Rudy Poo, I love that. Love that name and love that profile picture. Love the WWF Attitude Era. Says, wow, Browns out of Deshaun Watson sweepstakes per Adam Shifty. Yeah, I just saw it just now, man. Troy says something. And, Baker Mayfield's getting screwed over, man. You know what? Like, not even telling your quarterback about, under his nose about going after Deshaun Watson. I mean, that's real shady. That's horrible. That team is going to be a mess, man. Like, I don't care if your quarterback's good or bad, if he's trash. You can't do that. You can't do that to a guy like that, man. Like, that's like us doing that to Jalen Hurts. But at the same time, like, you got to inform your quarterback. You got to inform him. If you know what I mean, like Matt Ryan, with the Falcons, they informed him. Like, you got to have respect, man. That's how you like break relationships. It doesn't make you look good. No, it doesn't make you look good at all. Troy says something about to happen today. We've been really quiet. I think something is going to happen. I think they're going to be trading for a certain player. I think something is brewing, guys, because if the Eagles try to trade for Calvin Ridley under our nose when we didn't know about it and the deal was already done, Howie Roseman doesn't like to show his hand, okay? He does the complete opposite. We know what Howie Roseman does. He doesn't like to show his hand. So, Eddie Price, what do you think about I'm fine, dude. If we got Honey Badger, I wouldn't mind at all. It's veteran leadership. It's a vet at safety, and then they could bring Roddy McLeod back on top of it. You never know. So, I mean, I'd be fine with it. Browns in shambles. Sean Wells said, if we could make one sign today, who would you want? If we were to make one sign today, I would definitely trade for Chase Claypool, or I would sign Allen Robinson today. I'd be happy with one of those, or Honey Badger today. But I think Allen Robinson, would be my guy today. If they made a trade, I think that would be the definite one. Brian says, OBJ, Eagles, please. Limicos says, who are we going to trade Baker? Well, Baker, I don't know if he's going to the Colts, but it looks like Garoppolo might be going to the Colts, so I don't know. I think the Colts are – I think with the Colts right now, Garoppolo's, I think, is the only interest is from the Colts. So it's kind of crazy. Troy said, I believe we are done free agency. We will build through the draft. No, we're not done yet. One signing? No, we're not done yet. It's not done yet. They're not signing. It's just there's definitely more coming. At least one more big signing, one more at least mid-tier signing, and I think they sign depth pieces after that or whatnot. I think they're going to push for some good players here. Remy Perry said, "What up, Joey? What's going on?" Nick says, how do you feel about Howie's extension? I'm fine with it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It was probably going to happen. He's not the worst GM in the world. He's pissed us off in the past, but, we've made the playoffs every single year, most years, at least since the Super Bowl. And, he's done somewhat pretty well with the cap. And I understand that he got us in cap hell and all that stuff. I mean, he got us in that position, but he got us 3 first-round picks. And let's just see what he does with it. You know what I mean? Toxic says, Browns are out of the running for Deshaun Watson. Yep, I saw that. Eagles gang. Who will the Eagles get today? I don't know. I'm hoping for a wide receiver or safety today. DNR said we need to sign A-Rob. Last time we signed an ex-Bears wide receiver, we won the bowl. That's true, man. And we signed, you know what? And on top of that, we might get Allen Robinson for cheap because the wide receiver market is really not good right now. It's not. Why are most Eagles fans think Deshaun is the answer? I don't think so. I think if he signed with the Eagles, he'd honestly be the best quarterback in the NFC East right now. But unfortunately, like, you're not giving up 3 first-round picks and then some. There has been some rumors about a team that's trying to, like, I guess if there's a quiet team or like someone under the radar trying to get into this Deshaun Watson thing, and I don't know if it's the Eagles or whatnot, so I'm not sure. Let me call so Saints have what assets regardless of cat. I don't know, dude. Like that's what I'm very. That's why I'm so interested. I don't even care if the Eagles get him or not, which I don't think. I don't think they are, but I just want to see. I just want to see. I just want to see what they're doing, and what compensation they're getting. So the team still views Baker Mayfield as their quarterback going forward. They told Mayfield's agent at the combine they'd only explore top tier QB such as Watson. So that's kind of insane. Baker Mayfield's probably like, I'm out of here. Peace out. I'm not doing this anymore. There it says the big splash thought was going to happen was being scared of how he's drafting for a few more years. And look, when you look at this free agency right now, like there's still a lot of players available right now. It's like there's still players available, and plus players you don't know if Howie Roseman's going for a trade right now because the rumors were with the Calvin Ridley trade that they only gave up a 3rd round pick. That was the rumor. That the Eagles only give up a 3rd and maybe something else, but not. I mean, a 3rd for Calvin Ridley, that was a steal. I mean, that was a steal trade. I mean, you fleeced them for him. You know what I mean? I know he only played 5 games last year, but you got Calvin Ridley for a 3rd round pick. That's really good. You know what I mean? Troy Wade says a trade for a pick is going to happen today. Dude, I feel it. I feel something's going to happen soon, man. I feel like Howie Roseman is under the radar, which he always is, and he's going to get something done. Mike says, can we get one more sign today? It's been quiet. Howie doesn't count. Yeah, right? Howie doesn't count for the signing. Yo, Transfat, what's going on, man? Zombat says, what's good? Yo, Wombat, what's going on, man? Ralph says, bro, wait till the draft. We're waiting for the right time to make a big move. These free agents asking for too much money. Howie is doing homework. He'll make a move. That's what I'm saying, Ralph. I think a lot of these free agents are trying to ask for a lot of money, but it's especially with the wide receiver market, I think it's really dead right now. The wide receiver market is dead. So I think there's something going on. Dylan says an extension in the draft hasn't happened yet. He got 1 first-round pick, right? Philly says he was good with the cap and trade, but got awful at picking. Let's see what happens to this draft, man. I mean, he's got two picks in the first round. I mean, he really can't mess it up. He could, but Neuer, what's going on? What's going on? Jay Funk says so it was a 3-year deal. Yeah, 3 years. So which is weird. It wasn't a 4-year, it was a 3-year deal. Ryan says, what if we trade for DK Metcalf? Maybe we'll sign Odell Beckham Jr. I don't know. Odell Beckham, I don't think he's staying with the Rams. DK Metcalf. That's a landslide right now. I don't know. That's like a dream trade for me. I'd give up a 1st round, a 4th rounder right now for DK Metcalf. Is it going to happen? I have no idea. Morbid Perry said, what up with Allen Robinson? I actually have no idea what's going on. I have no idea. Mr. Rudy Poo says it wouldn't be the first time the Saints mortgaged the future for one player. Cough, Ricky. Oh yeah, Ricky Williams draft. Yeah, they. I forgot how much that was. It was a lot though. Nick Romano says Browns now out of the running for Watson. Yeah, I just saw that. I'm wondering what they're gonna do here. I mean, really, at the end of the day, you pay $30 million guaranteed to Hassan Reddick for 3 years. That's a good price for the best pass rusher in free agency. You got pretty much the best pass rusher in free agency. I mean, it's really good. Linda says, I want Robinson and DK. Imagine. Yeah, you're not going to get 2 guys. You'll get one of them. Troy said, I've been watching your channel since 2017, bro. Keep up the good work. Bro, that's a long time, man. I started in 2016 when we trade for Carson Wentz. We trade up for Carson Wentz, dude. Thank you, man, for being around for this long. We got a super chat from Transfat. Appreciate it very much. This should have waited after the draft to extend. Yeah, I guess that would have made more sense at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So I get it. I get it. You know what I mean? But I didn't know what was going to happen with Howie Roseman. I think if they made some good moves, I mean, were they, what is it? What is it going to take for the Eagles to extend Howie Roseman? Was it just going to be a good draft, good free agency, or a good season altogether? So it seems like, it's 3 years. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. Keem Flay says Hassan Reddick and Slay recruiting Patrick Pearson on Twitter. Yeah, no, I saw the video. There's actually a video of Patrick Pearson on NFL Network so talking about fits for him, and it looked like he did mention Philly being a good fit for him. I mean, Patrick Pearson's old right now. Is he the same that he used to be? I don't know. I think he's fallen off a little bit. So, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Browns down horrendous. The Eagles gang. So Patrick Pearson said that he likes Philly and likes what they're doing in NFL Network. Yep, I saw that. Dave K, come on, all smash the like button, help a brother out. Appreciate Dave K. Appreciate 229 in the chat, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't. If you're new, we've been pretty much streaming every day of free agency, but we cover the Eagles every single day. If you guys haven't, hit the like button too. We're I'm just gonna put the stream on my phone quick. This way I can see what's going on. And we'll be good. We'll be good to go. Joseph Vegas says, Joey, I have something if I sent you, it would be like, damn, it's real about what Howie and the Eagles are doing, why Atlanta Browns, Saints, and other teams are only smoke screens. There's some weird stuff going on because I thought I saw Albright, I think one of the beat writers or one of the writers for NFL, said that there was like a team that's sneaky right now. There's like a team that we're not talking about that's trying to get Deshaun Watson right now. And I'm pretty much thinking it was maybe, I don't know, the Eagles at some point. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be that, but Plant-Based Mama 24 with the super chat. Didn't say anything, but I appreciate it very much, man. Thank you very much. When will you make a video with Philly 500? I mean, this Saturday, I'll be on his channel Saturday, so we'll definitely be talking about a lot this Saturday. Tim Carrero says, tell me what you think about Patrick Pearson for 1 year cornerback. I mean, it is what it is. Like, they're after Xavier Rhodes. They're in the mix for Xavier Rhodes right now, so they're, they might be they're trying to get a savvy veteran corner right now. It's not a horrible move. You know what I mean? I just hope they draft a corner after the first round sometime. You have, Zach McPherson, 4th round pick out of Texas Tech. You have Tay Gowan that we got in the Zach Ertz trade. So there's a lot going on for that. You know what I mean? A lot going on for that. Moe Perry says, who would you sign, Joey? Right now, it's on Allen Robinson. Had to be like my guy right now, or Honey Badger right now. Or like a Chase Claypool if they could make a trade. I mean, we don't know who they could trade for right now, so it's kind of crazy. Kale said, would Patrick Pearson be an upgrade over Nelson? I mean, I think it would be as good or maybe better. I don't know. I mean, Peterson's 32 or he's going to be 30. I forgot how old he is. I think he is 32. So, I mean, as of right now, like Steven Nelson could be commanding more money, so I don't think the Eagles are going after him for certain reasons. But Free Kicks USA, do you think the Colts are going to try and get Baker now? I mean, maybe. I think Baker, Marcus Mariota, Garoppolo as of right now. Joe Samuel, we should get him for depth. Now, Brian Cruz says, I'm proud to be your friend, bro. Let's go Eagles. Definitely, Brian. Appreciate you coming in, man. Jack says, do you think the Deshaun Watson talk from Barrett Brooks has any weight to it? To give up that many picks? I don't know if the Eagles are giving up that many assets. That's what's kind of going crazy. But I don't doubt the Eagles maybe be, talking or trying to get something done. I don't know. I don't know what's happening right now. Nathaniel Hall said, I wouldn't mind Patrick Pearson, veteran leadership. They still draft a stud secondary guy, but he in the Super Bowl chasing mode right now. I don't see Pat Pete going Eagles unless they throw a bag. Dude, I don't think they throw a bag. I mean, he can't. I mean, what is he going to get at 32 years old? I mean, if you increase this pass rush, which adding Hassan Reddick definitely helped, but you're getting more pieces right now. We heard that the Eagles and Jonathan Gannon and some of the other scouts went to the Georgia Pro Day the other day looking at Nakobe Dean. They have Devontae Wyatt. They already got a pre-draft visit scheduled for Devontae Wyatt right now. So they're definitely going to be adding more pieces to this defensive line, whether it's defensive end or defensive tackle as of right now. So we'll see. Jay Staddy, I would use Pat Pearson at safety. Ron Kelly says, thoughts on the Howie signing? It is what it is, man. Like, I'm not really even upset about it. You know what I mean? I'm not upset about it. Eagles gang says, I can't believe Honey Badger and A-Rob's still out there. I'm telling you, the wide receiver market's not good right now. The wide receiver market is not good. Like after the Christian Kirk signing, like it kind of dipped a little bit. It dipped like pretty crazy. So we got a super chat from George Burwell. What's going on, bro? He said, what's going on, Joey? I expect a big trade coming. Hopefully we get a veteran wide receiver and a safety soon. Still would love to trade for DK draft corner. Yeah, no, I agree. I think safety and wide receiver are the top two free agency targets, and I think they should draft it. If they end up signing a cornerback in free agency, I think they should just draft one in the mid rounds and develop, as well as they have Tay Gallen, Zach McPherson, some of these other guys behind. You know what I mean? So still would you and then DK would be a dream trade for me. I think there's going to be an out-of-the-box move at wide receiver. There could be a big out-of-the-box move. Just like Hassan Reddick was a big out-of-the-box move, I think there'll be another out-of-the-box move trade, at least they try to trade for another wide receiver if that's the case, that we have no idea that they're doing right now. Andrew Jones says, Nelson and Pat Pewitt around the same last year. Brian says, should we pick up Deshaun Jackson? No. Deshaun Jackson should just retire at this point. We already know how he's going to do a dumb move and resign. No, I think we're way off that now. I don't think that's going to happen. Donald McKenney says Saints moving money around. Restructure got them $25 million under. Not there, but yet close to Watson's contract. Yeah, they got to restructure a lot right now if they're over the cap. Ralph says, what can the other teams offer for Watson? The teams that want him are so-called the front runners, but they still OP. But because they don't got the picks for him like the Eagles right now, Eagles can definitely afford Watson. 100%. The Eagles can afford Watson right now over any of those teams. That's why a lot of these beat writers are saying that there is a sneaky team in this deal right now, that there's a team under the radar apparently that came out. So which is kind of crazy. And I saw that Albright, the NFL writer, put there is a sneaky team in this deal, and somebody put Eagles, and then he said no. And then what I saw yesterday, he deleted his tweet saying no to the Eagles. So it was just really weird. I was actually talking to my boy Nitro Freak about that the other day, and I was like, it was after 4:00 yesterday. I'm like, this is really weird. Like, there's something going on. Howie Roseman's been too quiet. The whole league's been too quiet. Daniel Hall says, Howie and a crew tricked us after Reddick signing. Them jokers been quiet to help old Howie like a damn deal. That's why they missed out on these free agents. Caleb says, you think Fletcher gets traded if we land Watson? Feel like we're going to have some cap casualties if we take on Watson's contract. I mean, if you trade Fletcher Cox before June 1st, you have to eat up $40 million in dead cap. I don't know. They're going to have to trade Fletch after June 1st because that dead cap goes from 40 to 12, which is a lot better. I'd rather take 12 million in dead money than 40 million. 40 million is a lot of money to eat up, but the Eagles, if they trade Fletcher Cox, they're going to have to, with the 40 million in dead cap before June 1st, if they're able to do a trade, they're going to have to, they're asking for big compensation because they have to eat 40 million. Like they're not going to take Fletch for less. They're going to have to get a lot for him. If they're going to eat that much. Brand says, thoughts on Chris Godwin deal? I think Chris Godwin got franchise tagged by the Bucks. We got a super chat from 40 Boy Lou. Thank you very much, man. He says, just had a son 2 months ago. My girl went back to work this week. You've made my stay-at-home dad for life just this week a lot easier. Thanks, bro. Dude, enjoy everything. Enjoy being home with your family and stuff, man. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. I mean, especially in the world we live in today and everything that's going on, man. It's good to be with the family at home. So appreciate you. I keep you busy for a few hours during the day, which is great. So appreciate it, 40 Boy Lou. Chris Europe says, imagine if Howie got re-signed because he might have pull off Watson trade, just waiting to finalize. I'm waiting to see what the hell happens. I want to see the compensation for this trade with these 3 NFL teams, at least 2 NFL teams. I don't know what's going to happen. I want to see what these teams are giving up. So the Hassan Reddick press conference will be at 3:15 today. So we should, I mean, the stream will probably be over by then. We're going to do like 3-4 hours today. So I'm excited to see that press conference today. At least there's going to be something to watch for the Eagles today, which is great. Donald says, just announced Saints had second meeting with Watson. I saw that. Limit Cott says Devonta Smith would have 1,300 yards a year with Watson. he would have. I think he would have played better. I think Devontae Smith would have played better on another roster in general. I mean, under 1,000 yards receiving is totally. It's disgusting. It's ridiculous. You don't pass to the Devontae Smith until a minute 15 left in that wild card game, which is ridiculous. I mean, it really pisses me off. Glow says he got 3 years, 40 million. Cody says Godwin just signed by Bucks today, 3 years, 60 million, 40 million guaranteed. Damn, good for him. Coming off an ACL, MCL injury. That's good. Toxic Class says Chris Godwin signed 3 years. George Burrow, he got extended, Joe. I think 3 years, 50 million or 3 years, 60. They did say extend him after the franchise tag. Okay. Ron says, I'm digging the posters behind you, bro. I appreciate it. I got a whole bunch of stuff I got to put up. I got a bunch of stuff. This summer, this whole wall is going to be filled. I mean, there's a wall next to me. It's going to be filled with a lot of stuff, too. So, Drew says, our fan base is so toxic and it's annoying. That's why we're not getting Watson, you maniacs. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a lot of compensation, bro. It's a lot of compensation. D-Man says scanning would be a cheap and solid number 2 wide receiver. Then you draft the receiver in the first, and like Burks or Jameson Williams. I think I don't think scaling is the answer. I mean, I wouldn't mind the signing. I think one part of getting Valdez-Scantling is that he had Aaron Rodgers throwing to him. He can outrun defenses. He's 6'4". He runs like a 4.3. He's really fast. I mean, kind of like he reminds me of DJ Chark a little bit, but he only played like 6 games last year. You know what I mean? So only 430 yards. Same as Julio Jones. He only played like 430 yards, but he's 32 years old and kind of maybe descending as at this point. So yeah, I don't know. Just talking about Julio Jones, I have no idea what they're going to do. Julio Jones would be a really good mentor for some of the guys, but the answer at being a number 2 guy or putting him on the inside, I mean, I don't know. Philip Raptor says Howie got re-signed because Lurie gave him the credit for the Super Bowl, which why he had no problems firing Doug. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it is what it is, guys. Like, it's been a pretty good offseason so far, but there's still a lot more work to do as of right now. So Angelo DeLuca says, really sounds like he's going to the Saints or Falcons. Cody says, if Watson doesn't visit Eagles, they don't have a deal offered for him. Somewhat agreed. Dexter said, what up, Joey? I got this right now on my... What's going on, man? Appreciate you watching, bro. Angel says, get Shenault and draft Jameson Williams. I don't know if Shenault's got a lot more production to be done. Like, Shenault, I think Shenault should be on a team. I've heard he had a lot of drop issues. We'll see. But it says, we have the whole team to worry about, and y'all ready to blow it all in Watson. We were a defensive team at one time. Yeah, and I think you can have a top defense with this draft. And then on top of some moves that they can make this one of the top defenses in the league, back to where it should be. Eagles can enjoy. When are you doing these mixes on the players that the Eagles get in free agency? The mixes on the players that are Eagles getting free agency and draft? I don't know what do you mean by mixes? I don't get what you're saying. Andrew says, so Howie got an extension for signing with unknown players. Imagine if he was actually competent. Dexter said, what up, Joey? I'm in right now watching the my school iPad. Hope gets some Kobe. Yeah, I'm hoping too, man. Quadra says, I was salty as hell seeing that thinking we signed a player and it's only Howie. Yeah, Big D's not happy about it. I'll tell you that. He's not happy about it. Let's say Andrew was clearly brewing something. They said we need a safety. Yeah, we need a safety badly. Safety, wide receiver. We need a linebacker badly too. Brian says, should we sign Brian Dawkins? Yeah, that'd be great, right? D-Man says, I'm trading Derek Barnett in the third for Daniel Hunter. We put him on the rotation. Well, Derek Barnett's a free agent, so that's out of our hands, and thank God. We paid him $10 million last year. We didn't restructure Derek Barnett last year. Why? I don't know. Because and signed Reddick, which most had no idea. No, we signed Reddick. That was an under the radar move, man. Like I made a video about him, but I thought as soon as they mentioned Chandler Jones or somebody like that, I thought they would get a 32-year-old pass rusher if that was the case. But no, we upgraded. We upgraded tremendously at a really good price too. Kyle says, if Watson doesn't go to the Birds, we sticking with Hurts, or is there a good plan B in your opinion? No, I mean, we're sticking with Hurts, man. We're sticking with Hurts. Build your roster. Trade back one of your first-round picks. Get another first and second-round pick for 2023, man. I'm telling you, it's going to work out. It's going to work out. It's just, as of right now, you're better off with just giving Hurts one more year. You're better off with it. As much as I'm not high on Jalen Hurts right now, I'm willing to give him another chance. And, I just don't think this is a draft that's so important for the Eagles, and I don't want to mess it up. You know what I mean? You give away your draft picks, forget about it. Then all the pressure's on Philadelphia, and you have no defense. I mean, that's just what it's going to be. Ness said, I want wide receiver free agents, so we all go defense in the first. We need a linebacker, corner, and pass rush. Agreed, bro. Agreed. Reese says, we keep in Hurts, no build, and build the defense up now. Then we get like 4 players or offense, second wide receiver, and a running back and a guard. Definitely need a right guard soon. Definitely. I mean, they'll go offensive line in the mid rounds. I don't doubt it. 40 Boy said, I'd rather run it back with Hurts than spend all our assets on Watson. There will be nothing to build around him once he's here. I agree with that, bro. I agree with it. Mr. Yale says, you have seen Scaling blow past cornerback. Oh, yeah, no. I mean, I'd rather get Scaling than Julio Jones just because he's younger and there's a lot of upside with Valdez-Scantling. You know what I mean? So he only played 6 games last year, so that might be something that Howie's kind of looking at, like he'll not be too expensive. Yo, Lindy Enzo, what's going on, bro? Hope you're having a good day today. Exovan says, Pondre trying to get Julio to the Bucks. Can we get at least some Chick-fil-A for JJ? Chris R says, Valdez-Scantling is only 27. He played more time than Chark. Well, that's definitely, Chark had the foot injury last year. And he only, he got, a 1-year, $10 million deal, which I was kind of shocked that he went to the Lions for a 1-year deal. He went to a really bad team on a 1-year deal, surprisingly. Maybe there wasn't much interest for DJ Chark. Maybe not. I don't know. I mean, the market has been really bad for wide receivers. So, Daniel Jones says, don't think of any receivers left their answer unless we trade for Metcalf. I mean, I think Allen Robinson would be a perfect fit here. Perfect fit. Orphanage Builder says, Joey says, all I know is that the Eagles channel, but I know this is the Eagles channel, but I want to say the Jets are killing it in free agency. Joe Douglas. You got to get the pieces together, man. I don't know what the quarterback situation with the Jets right now. I'm from New York, so, I'm around Jet fans all the time, but there's a lot of off seasons where the Jets are signing a lot of good free agents, but you got to get it together with the coaching. I think the coaching is one of the most important things for the Jets right now. So there's nothing wrong with talking about another team in here. It's okay. Andrew says, Howie's brewing up a way to do less for even more. He'll probably sign Terrell Owens and give himself a raise. Angelo DeLuca says, Howie's going to draft Willis or Pickett. Definitely not. Thanks. Squad says, Julio Jones news. There's no Julio Jones news. I mean, other than he got released the other day. So, got released the other day. So, we'll see. They said no way they don't need to meet with Watson to get him. They know they want him. The other teams meet him because they're not sure the Eagles are sure Watson will be the Eagles. Reese Scott says safety will be safety. We will bring back McLeod for 1 or 2. I would think they're going to bring him back. I don't know. I mean, they've probably been in talks like, hey, we might sign you. We're probably going to sign you. So just sit tight. We're just getting through like free agency and blah, blah, blah. I see them probably bringing him back and making Marcus Epps the third safety as of right now. So Honor Challenge is crazy to see older players getting long-term deals. Von Miller got 6 years. That's crazy. At his age, is insane. It makes me think we could squeeze at least 3 solid years out of Bobby Wagner if we had interest. And Bobby Wagner would be good just because of a mentor standpoint. Would solidify short-term for the linebacker spot. Von Miller got 6 years. He's 32 years old. Which I don't get. I don't get that move, but let me cause Andrew's just a hater. Imagine being a fan of a team that really makes the playoffs. Seven Brad says, what up, Joey? When we getting that honey badger? I'm hoping today, bro. I'm hoping today. You said, like when you're doing the highlight videos. Oh, yeah, no, highlight videos. I usually do highlight videos every year. I'm probably going to do some once free agency kind of dies down a little bit. I'll probably do some highlight videos maybe. Right now, I'm not really. Usually I do them for the draft, but, I haven't had time to do any of them, but I will have them down. Jay says how he signed himself. Ryan says, do you think Honey Badger's realistic? I do. I think it is. Now, a lot of people have been talking about Jadarius Todd, and he says Dante Jackson. A lot of people have been talking about Dante Jackson. You know what I mean? So that could be an underrated signing. Could be a very underrated signing. So we'll see. Not sure, though. George Burrow says Cowboys in trouble. They lose out on Randy Gregory, Von Miller, Zadarius Smith, and Chandler Jones. Not a lot of options for them at defensive end now. Mark Holmes was crying. Zadarius Smith, I mean, remember the reports came out about the Cowboys that, they had legit interest in Zadarius Smith the other day, and they made no push to get him. But, He got paid. He got paid good money though. And so I'd rather have Dawkins than Gannon at DC. That's probably true. Is he Honey Badger's all right? He's 30. He's 30, but at the safety position, you could play well over 30. There's nothing wrong with age. Age at the safety position, you have good shelf life. There's good shelf life at safety. Our backfield should be Miles Sanders, Kenneth Walker, and Gainwell for next year. Let's see. Dan Cook Forest says, "Are you hearing the Eagles are talking about Allen Robinson?" They talked about Allen Robinson the other day. There was that Eagles were going after Allen Robinson early yesterday, and then the news came out they were going after 4:00 that they did their homework the last 24 hours on Valdez-Scantling from Green Bay. So other than that, there's been nothing else on wide receiver. It's been really quiet. Like I said, the market's been really slow on wide receiver as of right now. So that's the truth. Ryan Merritt's predictions for picks 15 and 16. I would love to go Ojabo at 15, and I wouldn't even mind at this point. They might be looking at defensive tackles. I mean, I would probably, if Jordan Davis is around, I'd get him. Devin Lloyd, I definitely want at 16 if he is there. You know what I mean? So I'm content with what we're going to be doing. You know, Kyle Hamilton, I wouldn't mind trading up for Kyle Hamilton right now. If he's there between 8 to 10, I think you make the jump right there if we have no safeties. So Ralph Jones, the best way to stay with Hurts. Draft stud, trade for a weapon. Hopefully Hurts can develop from that. The Eagles are going to do whatever they possibly can right now to give Hurts another weapon. And if Hurts can't succeed, and with his anticipation on throws and missing wide open targets, you know, Hurts has somewhat of an arm, but he's got, you know, his accuracy is a big problem right now. So Oregon says, Joji, I think the Jets are in the mix for Hunter as well because we can actually afford the cap hit. We can make our D-line elite. Yeah, Daniil Hunter's good, man. He's legit. If you get him, he's going to be a stud player for you guys. I don't think the Eagles are going after Daniil Hunter. I mean, I'd be shocked if they go after another defensive end in free agency, but I doubt it. I don't know. Yo, Reese Scott, what's going on, man? Jen Show says, is Olave a good pick at 15 or 16? I mean, I like Garrett Wilson a lot more than Olave. Like, Olave's good. Like, I like Olave's route running. He's got that sneaky speed. He's really good. Route running's fantastic. I mean, Garrett Wilson is one of my top guys this year from Ohio State. But Treylon Burke is another name we kind of have to watch out for. The Eagles had a meeting with him at the Combine. Burke has, you know, not a really good 40 time. He ran like a 4.5, but still, the tape shows a lot more. His lateral movement was fantastic. He looked really good on running routes. So Treylon Burks, I really do like. But Olave's good too. I really do like Olave. I mean, the Eagles could get a receiver in the first round easily. They can get a sure thing. They can get a big weapon for Jalen Hurts easily. I mean, easily. You want to draft one of those guys in the first round? Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with it. You know what I mean? If they don't get a receiver in free agency, I don't think they go in the first round for receiver. If they do get one in free agency, I think they go maybe, you know, they can go second, third round if that's the case. You know what I mean? Andrew says Olave is good, going to be this draft. Justin Jefferson. Interesting. Tim says, I think they will trade down with one of the first round picks. Yeah, I think they'll trade back. Oh, you mean trade down? Yeah, they'll definitely trade back one of the picks for another first rounder, maybe a second. I would love to try to get another second for this year, which would be great because you can get 4 starters on this team pretty much theoretically, you know, if they try to get another second round pick for this year. Ryan Merritt said predictions for picks 15 and 16. Look, I'm thinking it's edge rusher and linebacker, edge rusher, corner, edge rusher, safety. I mean, I would like Ojabo. If Trevon Walker's not there, I would get David Ojabo. I think Trevon Walker's going to be a top 10 pick regardless. Ojabo might be top 10 too. So I wouldn't mind him. I wouldn't mind Jermaine Johnson. You know, Karlaftis is like where my edge is. I'm like, that'd probably be it. I wouldn't kind of go further with that at defensive end. But it's a Burke, Stanley, or Sauce Hamilton, and we're set. That'd be beautiful. That'd be beautiful. Ralph said, I believe Hurts, if we can get a weapon, he can definitely be a good QB, or am I dreaming? No, I mean, look, you guys have your own opinion on Jalen Hurts. I have my own opinion on Jalen Hurts, what he's going to do next year. So I don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? I have no idea. Christian says, what up, Shakes? Yo, Christian, what's going on, man? What's going on? 330 people in the chat. Much love to everybody that's in here. If you guys haven't subscribe to the channel. We cover the Eagles every single day. We've been covering pretty much every day of free agency, which has been a lot of fun with you guys because we sit here and we just talk about everything. Like the stream if you guys haven't. Want to get the stream to 200 likes. If we could do that today, it would be fantastic. We're going to be streaming for a bit today. We've only been 40 minutes in. We're still got another few hours to go and see if Howie Roseman makes a move. Howie Roseman gets an extension. And a lot of people may not be happy about it, but at the end of the day, I mean, it is what it is. Like, it's just, I have to accept it. I can't be mad about it. So far, the offseason's been going good with one signing so far, but you know, we had 3 first-round picks. Everything's looking pretty good. So appreciate it. Like and subscribe if you guys have it. That is water, by the way. It's not soda. I like to hydrate myself all day. Let's see. Sloppy Joe, Sloppy Show. What's going on, man? He said, give me Chanel or Julio if the price is right over VS or Juju. Dale Burton says, I think Howie had to get his money first before he made another move. It's like, he's like, if you pay me, if you extend me right now, I will get this done. I see Deshaun Watson look like I look at Dak Prescott. They're more stat guy than winners to me. And I get it. You know what I mean? You know, but Deshaun Watson has never had a good Deshaun Watson needs a good offensive line, needs a run game. You know what I mean? I mean, Deshaun Watson's never been, I think, has he been in the playoffs? Has he been in the playoffs once? I don't think so. I don't think he has. He's had one ACL injury, which he's been relatively healthy, which is good. So, Andrew says Sauce goes top 10. Stingley is a punk who only plays when he wants. I take Stingley off my board. That's interesting. I don't know what he's gonna look at his pro day though, because he didn't do any testing, obviously. So, Jadarius Todd says Dante Jackson is 26. I think we have money, Bryce. I think we have like 23 million cap space right now. Philly M says, don't be surprised if the Eagles do something dumb and take a quarterback, one of them drop. I doubt it. I really doubt it. If they pick a quarterback in the first, second round, I'll be really pissed off. But I'm kind of off the board of like, I don't think it's going to happen anymore. I don't think it's going to happen. Fly Peace, what's going on, man? He says, what up, Shake Squad? Where do you think Watson, Wagner, OBJ will land? Always Fly. Appreciate it, man. OBJ will probably go back to the Rams. Wagner, I don't know where Wagner's going. Because I know that the Dallas Cowboys are still wanting a veteran, a linebacker right now. So I don't know what's going on with him. You know, and Watson, it looks like he could be going to the Saints. I don't know, but I kind of want to see what they're giving up for him. The compensation. Ryan says, who are taking 15, 16? I'm like, I want Ojabo and Devin Lloyd, bro. I want them two boys right now. Andrew Morris says, Julio Jones is the same as old Alshon Jeffrey. He peaked and now he's crashing. I kind of believe a little bit of that, and he's getting injured a little bit too, so it's been kind of crazy. Virginia says, I'm a UVA fan. Get rid of him and Harris. Yo, Weezy, what's going on, man? Hope you're having a good day, bro. Thanks. Says Von Miller turns 33 on March. That's crazy, man. 6-year deal. That's insane. Like, what are the Bills doing? No, Honey Badger, why y'all think he's bouncing around teams? I don't know if he's going to want to play for a rebuilding team. I don't know. Andrew says, I know it's a long shot, but still hoping for any combination of Wagner, Jack, and Robinson. Well, Miles Jack signed with the Steelers, $8 million a year. Robinson's available. Wagner's available. G says, Howie Roseman acting like we signed Myles Garrett when we signed Reddick, like we really made one move so far. Dude, just give it time, bro. Give it time. We got to give it time. Like, really, since this Deshaun Watson stuff's been going on, it's been really quiet. Like, there's a lot of names, especially for Eagles needs. There's still a lot of names. Eagles tried going after Marcus Williams. They were so close in getting him, and they couldn't get it done. So, Eagles are trying to get some top-tier players still. Look out for a good trade right now. Look out for a trade. Philly Fair Raptors says, Hassan Reddick, welcome back to Philly video. Yeah, I know. I really want to make one. So, honest NFL, so no super duper Chelsea meeting over happened between the Eagles and Watson, or was supposed to happen. He turned them down in a matter of 5 minutes. Time through Casario. It's time to move and stop the acknowledgement of any further rumors about the two sides because it's BS. It might be. Hassan Reddick, by the way, his press conference is at 3:15. So that's at least we'll be able to watch that today, which is fantastic, which is great. Samuel says we need both Georgia prospects. Dean definitely Walker could take Spore for Ridgeway, who departed the rest. Nest for San Fran. I'm excited because the Eagles scouts and Jonathan Gannon defensively did go to the Georgia Georgia pro day the other day to look at Nakobe Dean and Devontae Wyatt, some of the other guys. Like, I'm really happy. I'm actually really happy to look at Georgia players. They're looking at Georgia players. It's a really good sign. It's a really, really good sign for us. Merely says that's why we keep getting these used up journeymen. It says valid scaling option, but got here. But what do you think? Yeah, I mean, he is an option for a 2 or 3. You know what I mean? Like they could probably get him for cheap because he missed, a lot. He only played 6 games last year, so it's definitely it could happen. Yo, Skyler, what's going on? Have you seen how Slay and Reddick are recruiting Patrick Peterson? Yeah, it might happen. I mean, Patrick Peterson might want to play with Slay on the other side, which would be pretty cool to see. You know what I mean? 2 veteran savvy, cornerbacks. Corbin says, is it possible Howie finally goes out to sign some players as if he was waiting on his own deal or to do so? Howie Roseman likes flying under the radar, bro. Like, you're not going to see the Eagles are trying to push for this player. It's all under the radar. Hassan Reddick was under the radar that we had no idea was going to happen. So expect more under the radar moves. Dale Bruin says, Howie got to be doing something behind the scenes because it's too quiet. Yeah, it is. It's way too quiet right now. Ryan says, who are we taking in Pitt, 15 and 16? Nathaniel Hall says there has only been one signing that really made me that the Eagles missed out on the low price, high values. OJ Howard, there's no excuse for Howie to pull his eggs on Goddard doing everything. Do you like Valdez-Scantling? Yeah, he's okay. I think he's good. He's got 4.3 speed. He's 6'4". He's got like the same build as DJ Chark. So I think it'd be a good signing. I wouldn't mind it. You know what I mean? He missed some games last year. It is what it is. But he can outrun a whole defense. He's got a lot of speed. He's got size. He's got a good catch radius. He's pretty good. Pretty good. Xavier Tal says, if we do get Deshaun Watson, how will you tell Super Bowl kicker to give up his number? Oh, it might. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Says Valdez-Scantling is great. KG Gaming said it's annoying that moves are being made. Players falling off the board, and all we could do is fans talk about the draft, make a move. Howie. 505P says, I want Devontae Wyatt. Beat 315 pounds, 6'3". I think he's 306. I think he's like 306 at 6'3", 6'4". But I mean, he ran like a 4.7. I mean, his lateral testing was fantastic. The return says trade up for Stingley or Sauce. Trade our 3rd pick for the first next year, so we have 2 picks to get a QB if Hurts does not progress this year. That's what I was saying earlier. I think that's perfect. Trade back that late first-round pick, get maybe a second, another first for next year, and try to get a second-round pick if you can. Dominic Giovazzado says would be sure that would sure be cool though. Mo says tall, fast, great route running, and has he was behind Devontae Adams in Green Bay. I think Valdez is good. I think he's good, but I think people are just worried about his health. I think it was his back or something last year. I don't know what happened, but Valdez is solid. I think he's pretty solid as a number 2 guy. I think this guy can move. This guy can run. This guy can find open space and get the ball. Fantastic. The thing also, this is why it's double-edged sword for teams that have multiple high draft picks. They feel entitled and not desperate, so they get exactly what the Eagles are doing, which is scoff at free agency. DOA Gang says 15th overall. Linderbaum, 16. I'd trade back for a late first and early second and get another first next season. And the 19th pick, I take best available wide receiver personally with other picks we get. Yeah, no, that makes sense too. I wouldn't mind that either. Merely Wyatt fits the Eagles better. He could play inside and outside. Yeah, he's versatile. And Trevon Walker's another one on Georgia that could play inside and outside. He's another one that could play both. So that's probably why he's a good fit too. So, because at the end of the day, I don't think Fletcher Cox going to be here for like 2 more years. I think if he stays on the roster, if they don't trade him after June 1st or before June 1st, he's playing this year, and maybe this is going to be his last year. I don't know. Eat up some money and call it a day. Ladies says, Joey, have you considered Anthony Barr for a linebacker? Gannon knows him, defensively familiarity, good fit as a leader of that core. I mean, definitely. I mean, Gannon was a defensive assistant for the Vikings at one point. So, yeah, it could be, good relationships with some of these guys. Yeah, sure. That's why I think, Gannon could sign Xavier Rhodes. He's coached up Xavier Rhodes when he went to the Colts on that 1-year deal after having that, big contract with the Vikings. So, I mean, I get it. You know what I mean? I get with some of these players that, he's been around and, could they actually, contribute? And Anthony Barr's a good player. You know what I mean? Jeremy says, what corner do you want in this draft? I like Andrew Booth Jr. a lot from Clemson. That's like one of my top guys. I mean, Andrew Booth is good. Sauce is going to go top 10. I think Andrew Booth would be a really good fit here. Stingley is just a very big question mark for me because he hasn't done much since his freshman year and hasn't really been the same since the injuries. So hopefully his testing goes well, but we'll see. Philly Rap says, am I the only one concerned Miles Sanders clocked 0 touchdowns last season? Yeah, I mean, look, when you look at the contract for him and, like, if he's going to get paid, it's going to be tough for me because this team might turn into a team where you build your offensive line for years and you just plug in players. I don't like paying running backs. I can't stand it. And look, Miles Sanders, no touchdowns. He got hurt. He got hurt last year. I think he got hurt like 2 times last year. And then he was out 3 weeks. They gave him all the reps in that. They gave him all the reps in that, that last game of the season, the playoffs. And he didn't look like he was like 85% healthy. I mean, he didn't look good. So, I mean, the whole team didn't look good regardless. But Gilbert says, what do you think about Jones for a year? I mean, I don't mind it, but his injuries are concerning. His age at 32, is he descending as a player? If you're talking 5-6 years ago, different story. But you know what I mean? A lot of time has passed by. I mean, Julio Jones, I don't know if he's the same player anymore. So I put out that video the other day on him. So it's been kind of crazy. And also having 3 first-round picks, if what's causing Eagles fans go crazy over lack of effort by the front office and free agency, you can't have that mentality when making an improvement and growth. No, like you can't make quick moves in free agency. You can't be quick. Like you have to do your due diligence, and you have to take your time, and you have to get these deals right. Okay, because slow and steady wins the race, and that's how you get it done. Pole Viper, what's going on, man? DOA Gangsta 15 Linderbaum. I think 16 we trade back at another first next season, early second, 19 overall. I take D lineman, linebacker, best available. And with the 2 second rounds, we have to say Andrew Booth Jr. and Dotson. I like those. Dotson from Penn State's a great receiver, route running, vertical threat, fantastic. Linderbaum is interesting because, we're going to have a hole at center after this year. Jason Kelce retires after this year. We're going to have a huge hole at that position. So it's going to get kind of crazy. So, thanks. I low-key been subbed for beginning of time. I literally don't remember how long it's been. Yeah, 2016. If you were subscribed since 2016, that's when I started. So it's been a long time. Xavier tells us, how will you tell a Super Bowl kicker to give up number 4? See here. See, Best says Deshaun Watson is the only missing link. Yeah, maybe. I mean, the only missing link for the Eagles at quarterback. I mean, I don't want to give up over 3 first-round picks and then some, because you're going to have to give up 3 first-round picks and 2 players. That's what I'm getting out of this whole trade right now. 3 first-round picks, 2 players. It's a lot. I mean, it's a lot. AB says, Joey, I appreciate all the Eagles coverage since we never get any love on ESPN. No, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I love doing this. Is what I like to do. Radio says, Watson not coming to Eagles, period. Have faith in Hurts. I'm going to have faith in Hurts this year, or try to at least. But I want to build this roster before anything. This way, you're not paying a quarterback right now, which is a great thing. It's an awesome thing to not pay a quarterback. So you have the time to build your roster. And then once you have to make that move, you make that move, and you get right with it, and you get it done. Ralph says, smash the like button, man. Appreciate it, guys. Try to get the stream to 200 likes if we can. Much love to everybody. I just deleted that. I don't know why. Much love to everybody that's in here today. Got 101 likes on the live stream. 389 people. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel as well. We cover the Eagles every single day. Check out some of the videos. And we've been live streaming the past 4 days. Well, technically, this would be the 4th day of free agency. 4 live streams in a row, which I never do. I never live stream every day. But because it's free agency, this is what we're doing. So this is what we're doing. Mayor says, I don't want to trade for Watson when it's QB in the next year draft that's better than Watson and Hurts. Eagles be dumb to trade. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work out, man. Mayor and I have been talking on Twitter a little bit, back and forth on certain things that happen with the Eagles, and I think we both agree on that Watson is just, I just don't want this trade to happen. It's going to cost you. It's going to cost you a lot of picks, man. It's going to cost you 3 first rounders and 2 players. Like, no joke. It's going to cost a lot. So it could be 4 first rounds. You're probably right, Lucio. You're probably right, bro. I don't doubt it. Man. Bryce says Bill's going for it like Rams did. Yeah, it looks like it, man. They're getting a lot of guys this year. Rick says Hassan Reddick and Slayer recruiting Patrick Peterson. It's crazy, bro. It's nuts. Bills are releasing. All right, so Bills are releasing wide receiver Cole Beasley. Interesting. Cole Beasley is going to be Probably a cap casualty, most likely. Probably a cap casualty. All right. Let's see here. George Burrow said mock drafts has us going Jermaine Johnson at 15, Devin Lloyd at 16, Jordan Davis at 19. They have it like it because they think Ojabo and Walker will be off the board by the time. And they could be off the board. I think Ojabo and Trevon Walker will be off the board. If Jordan Davis lasts that long, the Eagles got to pick him up. You get a defensive end, and Jermaine Johnson's good. Like, I really like to. I mean, I don't know why they had him working out with the linebackers. I mean, I guess they're trying to see if he works out in the 3-4 scheme. I don't know. Like, when he worked out with the linebackers, he didn't look great. He looked stiff. He's working out with the linebackers. He's doing linebacker drills. So I'm like, it looked kind of weird. Katie Games said, breaking news. We don't care to know how he gets an extension. Sign players, not the GM. Lions Den says, why did they give Howie Roseman a 3-year extension? I don't know. Kind of early. I mean, it was kind of early as of right now. It seemed pretty automatic, but I don't know. Ralph Sam says, let's be patient. If you guys was Howie, imagine being in his situation. The guy is trying to get young players that can develop for the long run. Like, it's easily he could sign 1-year deals for a lot of depth players. Like, he could sign a lot of 1-year deals right now, but he's not doing that right now, which is great. So, Philly for the Raps. I don't like Howie. I don't dislike Howie. I'd rather have him than a revolving door. Trades cap manipulation is strength, and early draft picks is a weakness. It is what it is. Yeah, it's true. I mean, it is what it is. So I'd rather have Howie than a lot of GMs in the league, and that's just true. I'd rather have Howie than a lot of people. Like, I'd rather have Howie than Jerry Jones. I'd rather have Howie than, for the GM for the Washington. There's it's just what it is. You know what I mean? I'm not happy about it. It's kind of early. They gave him this extension after one signing, but that's just me, though. It's been kind of nuts. Lucio says, Howie is the boss. He is the boss. DeAndre Bingo says, Mr. Elo, you sound like his recruit signs. Scott says, the less moves in free agency, the more likely that we will use all 3 first-round picks. I wish that were true. If we were to use all 3 first-rounders, if they said Eagles will use all three first-rounders in the draft, I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked if that's the case. You know what I mean? We got a super chat from Parker. Appreciate it very much, man. He said the extension means he has something up his sleeve. It's what I'm kind of getting out of it. Like, I feel like there's a lot going on. Maybe Howie's like, I got a lot of things cooking right now. Give me this extension, and I will get you the players that you need as of right now. So we'll see. Appreciate the super chat, Parker. Let's see. Prem Patel says there aren't any GMs that hit on all picks. Look at Seattle's GMs who had so many picks from the Jamal Adams trade, but did not with it. DJ Marcy Mark says, I swear Howie got some scandalous pics of Jeffrey Lurie or something. Did they trade for Deshaun Watson, bro? What'd they give up? Did it get done? Did they get it done? Did they get it done? Did they trade for Deshaun Watson? Is it done? I'm not seeing anything on it yet. Eagles gang with the super chat. Appreciate it very much, man. He says Cole Beasley got released. Yeah, just seen that. Cole Beasley. How old is Cole Beasley now? DB says, I agree with you, Joey. I would rather have Howie. He has strengths and weaknesses. Yeah, I mean, every GM has a strength and weakness. There's a lot of GMs in this league that draft well but cannot get the cap straightened out and maybe giving out bad contracts. You know what I mean? So you take some good things, you take some bad things. It is what it is. Woody says, I'd be down to pick up Julio for a decent price. If he stays healthy, he's totally worth a 2-year. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's really his health and is he a descending player? That's my question really right now. He's lying. I'm just looking, I gotta look. Goddamn, Eagles got to get Cole Beasley, man. I've been begging for that pure slot, dependable receiver. He's good. He's good in the slot. Just Miller says possible Jacoby Stevens or Kerry Vincent, guy we traded a 6th round for the Broncos, could be moved to safety. I'd like to get a safety from Maryland from the draft, Nick Cross. I'd like to see Jacoby Stevens as well because he's a hybrid linebacker / safety. Jacoby Stevens. I don't know what they're doing. I have no idea. They could. Kerry Vincent, I don't know what he's going to do, but we'll see. Yo, Tex, what's going on, man? Welcome back. Kendrick Lewis says all these people keep complaining that we are not signing anybody. They have to want to play here. Like you just said, be patient. You got to be patient, man. The slower and steady that Howie Roseman is right now, the better trades, the better assets that we're getting on good deals. You know what I mean? After we get through our second wave of free agency, pretty much, I think after some point, the Eagles are going to sign a lot of depth pieces to short-term deals, and that's totally fine. Like, those are you're supposed to do the short-term deals. You don't rent players, trade for rentals, which I can't stand, because Howie Roseman hasn't traded, besides, like, maybe, Golden Tate. They haven't signed for a player more than, they haven't traded a first-round pick for a player in years. Probably since, like, Jason Peters, probably. I mean, it's been that long. You know what I mean? Granger says Browns notified they're out in the running to Deshaun Watson. Yep, I heard that. Comment, also, we built a dream team. Howie has been so lucky that we're able to bring practice squad players, backup QBs to the Super Bowl. Doug should have stayed. I'm happy right now. I miss Doug Peterson a lot. I do. I don't think he deserved what he got. I think, he wasn't allowed to bring outside coaches, outside of the room. I mean, he was just going to move coaches around, which I didn't like too much. Howie Roseman, had Jeffrey Lurie picked Howie Roseman over his quarterback. He picked Howie Roseman over his Super Bowl winning coach, and Nick Foles as well. I mean, they even try to retain Nick Foles. Nick Foles had that little stint of winning a Super Bowl. I could be a starting quarterback again, and he goes to another team in the Jags, which only lasted one game as a franchise quarterback that he was signed to. So, Mark Bidmont, do you see Carson Wentz press conference? I did not. I am not watching that till probably later. So. Abdul says, I would really hope if we trade one of our picks, we're trading it to a potential bad team, so it's a high draft pick. Brandon says, to be fair for Howie, he knocked the last year's draft out of the park. He's earned 1 year of my trust. I agree. I'd say I'd agree with that. He's good in the slot and going next year. Tex says, stay away from Beasley, 34 this year. He's 34 years old. Damn, he's been around a while. She said, thoughts on Howie extension? It is what it is. It is what it is. Like, there's nothing I can do about it. You know what I mean? Oh, I hate it. I wish they didn't sign. I mean, had a good year last year. Good year when it comes to, like, his draft capital, some of his signings. They had some good signings last year. But there's a lot more work to do. New head coach, new defensive coordinator, new offensive coordinator, new coaches all over the board. You know what I mean? Maxwell says more like a 1 year, $3 to $6 million contract for Julio. Troll King says, Cake, Coke Beasley is too small. Need a big wide receiver. Yeah, no, I get it. Definitely. Willie Alvarez says, please, no Watson. All we need is Howie for listen to the scouts. We would have had a lot of good players if they just went off the scouts instead of drafting who he wants. Well, it's really the analytical department versus scouting department. That's been the big issue with the Eagles right now. Analytical picks. I think, Dickerson in the second round was an analytical pick, but he should have been a late first round pick, obviously, after the ACL ending injury he had at Alabama. Milton Williams in the third round was an analytical pick. I had never even heard of that guy at all. Texas haven't seen here for long. I've been scouting rumors. Yeah, I mean, that's all I've been hearing right now. Nothing much. Chris Elvins in Vegas released Carl Nassib. He's 28 and would fill in nicely. Yeah, they could get him. Fifth Rapture, Carson Wentz to the Commanders is Donovan DC 2.0. It's so true, bro. Granger says, yo, Joey Shakes, how are you doing today? Happy St. Patrick's Day. I totally forgot St. Patrick's Day. Holy crap. You got the green. Time to pinch those peeps who are not wearing green. Did you like the Leprechaun movies? I haven't watched the Leprechaun movies in years. I think I started not watching when I saw Leprechaun go to space, so it's kind of nuts. Jay White says, Beasley says small, but you can catch, and he's fast. That's the upside. But being a futuristic signing is not at his age. Isaac Javier, what's going on, man? What's going on, bro? Well, assembly with right now, more releases coming. Teams are trying to get under the cap, so Howie sneak in, get killer deals. Yeah, this is what happens. Even after 4 o'clock, teams after 4 o'clock yesterday, guys were getting released off of their teams. I mean, a lot of guys were getting released yesterday. Live with George said, Joey, you still think we are still lurking for Deshaun Watson? A lot of reporters and mainstreamers, Eagles content creators are saying we have the most to offer. I mean, we still have the most to offer, but it doesn't mean we're in right now. I mean, I don't think we are. I don't think we are. KG says, according to Skip, Brady is recruiting Julio. Will go there and ball watch. Commissar said they don't want to play here because of Howie. People know we're dysfunctional and how we extended dysfunction. I can't believe I come home from home to this crap. You gotta be patient, bro. You gotta be patient. You gotta be patient. Choking Beasley's too small. Need a big receiver. Fortes says should trade a first for DK. I would do. Hey, there it is. I'd give my money right now. I'd give my money right now. Chief Doug had a deal with Chip Kelly, both in the front office. Mr. Marcus says they should have gave Howie an extension after the draft. Yeah, I mean, that's what probably makes more. Thieves Clan says not going to lie and getting impatient. Yeah, it is what it is. I get like that too, bro. Trust me. Marcus Big Mom says, will you trade up for the safety from Notre Dame? Kyle Hamilton? Yeah. I think if he's there, it's between 7 or 8 to 10, 8 to 11. I think you have to move up there. You have to move up in that spot. I think he'll be a top 10 or it might just be right over the top 10. John Demish says NFL is rigged, $40 million per year franchise, Super Bowl, $80 million in 1 week. Chadwick says Howie is still the problem. Passes on top end talent. I would give it more time, man. It's still early in the off season. I'd still give it. I mean, and when it's free agency, you have to give. It's up to the free agents where they want to go. You know what I mean? And Howie Roseman, we don't have $70 million in cap space right now. Like, it's not like we can go on a free agent frenzy right now. So, you know, he's being due diligent. He's being patient. And that's what we have to work out for right now. So when Jalen Hurts, we're going to trust. We're going to have to. You're not giving away 3 first-round picks, 4 first-round picks for Watson. It's not going to happen. 3 first-round picks at least, and you're going to give up like 2 to 3 players. It's not worth it. Chris Sullivan said, can we trade Whiteside Rager for more beer and cheerleaders? That wouldn't be bad. Javier says, have you checked Marcus Jones? I have not. Woody says, I think having 3 first rounders would make Howie more cautious in free agency because we are already able to fill so many spots in the draft, which I'm really happy about. Like, I liked him to be aggressive, obviously, which he has been aggressive so far. He's been aggressive on trying to acquire Marcus Williams. Obviously, getting Hassan Reddick was now the box move. So he's been very aggressive. At the end of the year, never said he was going to be aggressive, but he usually does the total opposite. Howie Roseman does not show his hand. That's what I like about him as a GM. He doesn't make things obvious. Okay, like few things that he does say, like, yeah, we want to go after the quarterback. We want to get top priority as pass rush. Yeah, I understand that, but it's not really showing all his cards at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Samuel Barrera says, why have Eagles not signed Allen Robinson yet? Because the wide receiver market is not good right now. That's why. Brett said, if we got wide receiver in the first, I hope it's Olave. His tape looked like he on skates out there. Yeah, he's very smooth. I like him. I like Garrett Wilson as well. Then also, Beasley had some same problem with Landry. Both teams trying to trade them for a minute, but once you go public, ain't no team going to invest their resources knowing they get a bargain once released. Robert Rivera says no to Linderbaum. His measurements are awful, so small. I don't know. Like Linderbaum, I wouldn't doubt they would go after an offensive lineman in the first round, but am I a fan of getting Linderbaum? Definitely, but that's a move we're going to have to figure out for next year. If Jason Kelce retires after this season, 2022, they have to figure it out. John Demitz says NFL puts Kelly in Philly, dismantles Vic's dream team. Life with Jordan says I would draft Jameson Williams from Bama with the 19th pick. I know he's coming off injury, but the kid can play easily with number 1 wide receiver if he didn't get injured. Jameson Williams is nice. He's really nice. Texas, I can't believe we let Miles Jack go to the Steelers for like $7 million 2 years. I believe, yeah, I think it was like $8 million, something like that. Yo, John Jones, what's going on, bro? Junior Jay says no receivers needed. We have Whiteside. Yeah, we're happy with that, right? John says NFL is entertainment. It is. It actually is entertainment. Lube Empire says who would be the best people to pick in the first round? I mean, it just depends where if you move up or you stay at 15, 16, whatever you do. If you're going like David Ojabo, I would love him. I'd love Devin Lloyd from Utah if that's the case. You know what I mean? I'd be fine with that. Mauricio Joe, would you sign Bobby Wagner? As a mentoring standpoint, I don't mind Bobby Wagner. You know what I mean? I'd be fine with it. Brandon Hart says, Hurt season over soon. Who knows? We'll see. We're going to find out this year, though. Tex, we could have waited for the draft at least to see if we should extend Howie. It's all right. It is what it is. People just got to accept it, man. It is what it is. Like Howie's still going to be here for this year regardless. So like this year was his last year on his contract. G. Davis says, "Do we have enough cap space to get both Honey Badger and Allen Robinson?" I don't know. I think maybe one, depending on. I think Badger's going to be a lot more money because the safety market's pretty high right now. I don't know. I think Robinson is not going to get as much money as he wants. I think getting a safety right now is going to probably cost more than getting a wide receiver. Jay White says, "I'd only want Beasley on a 1-year deal. Definitely not for the future." Abdul says, "I would be happy if we could snatch Bobby Wagner, Allen Robinson, and Tyrann Mathieu. That'd be great, but I don't know if they could swing all three." Lou Vampire says, "Julio Jones is a good fit for Smith." Julio Jones, I don't know if he's descending. That's the big issue with him right now, so I'm not really sure. Maxwell says, "How is Beasley too small? He's a slot receiver." Will Everett says, "I'm hoping we stick with the 3 first-round picks and get younger. My wife just got me a Jalen Hurts jersey last week. Not sure if I should wear it or trade it. Still not sure if he will be our starter." Dude, he'll start this year. He'll be the quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles this year. Wear it proud, and, give Jalen Hurts crap when he plays horrible. I'm not going to be easy on Jalen Hurts this year. I'm not, because, early last season, he was still pretty much on a rookie. He was still a rookie at one point early last season because he only played a few games in 2020. So a few games into 2021, he technically didn't play a whole season yet, but now he's got a whole year under his belt, year and a half now. So it's got to be a big step in year 3, I guess. I would say really just year 2, to be honest, because it would kind of count as the games counted that way. Comstar, we're out on Watson. Watson is smart enough to not come here. AB says, "Do you think Dallas shortcomings in the offseason, we can win the division?" I don't know. I think Dallas is still going to look good. Offensively, they're still going to look good. You know what I mean? I think they're going to go receiver in the first round. I think they're going to add a first-round receiver. They lost Cedric Wilson. They lost Amari Cooper. You know what I mean? So I think they're going to get another receiver, another young receiver for that core. So it could be it. They might have to go defensive line as well, because they're missing, Randall Gregory. They missed on him. So they might have some holes to fill there. Let's see. Dion Satchel says, "Are the Eagles going to sign anyone today?" That's what I'm hoping, bro. That's what I'm here for. I'm hoping they do. I'm hoping they do, bro. So Cole Beasley is released. This should be interesting. She says, "Do you see another Super Bowl in the near future for the?" Oh, definitely, bro. If they this is an important offseason. This draft, they have to hit. They got to hit. They really do. So I think when you go into this year in 2022, hot seat for the coaches. I think Gannon's on the hot seat this year. I think Shane Steichen, the offensive coordinator, because I watch a lot of Brian Baldy takes on the Eagles and their route running and what they do with some of these plays that, these route combinations that they do for the wide receivers. And kind of you see Jalen Hurts struggling and they don't really help Jalen Hurts in some way. You know what I mean? I think Shane Steichen is, and that's not Howie Roseman. Nick hired his own coaching staff. This is all Nick Sirianni. This isn't Howie Roseman. So I think, Shane Steichen is definitely at offensive coordinator. I think is still is going to be on the hot seat this year. Definitely. And then obviously Jalen Hurts, because if they give him another weapon and he still can't, if I don't see a receiver over 1,000 yards this year, I'm telling you, Devontae Smith, they're not treating him like a number 1, which really pisses me off. So we'll see. If the Saints get Watson, they will release Watson. Winston is a better talent than Hurts. I feel so. You should. I don't know. He's gonna want a nice chunk of change though. That's the issue. We got Parker with the super chat. Appreciate it very much, man. Does Julio Jones mind being a wide receiver? I mean, at this point, he's gonna have to be. I mean, he was a number 2. Was he a number 2 over where AJ Brown behind AJ Brown with the Titans? I mean, at this point, you know what I mean. So. Texas, the only reason why Howie drafted Smith is because he can't pass up on a Heisman receiver. Howie needs to do a good job this draft, and then I'll be happy. I'll be more happy if he comes out of this draft swinging. Comments are, Howie next 3 years better be good because his resume shows more bad and dysfunction than good. No GM in history of the NFL last year, 4 coaches and 3 quarterbacks. It's nuts, bro. It's crazy, but they're giving him a chance. Eagle Champ says he better have a great draft, even convince me he deserves a new contract. Hopefully he's worth it. That's all I got to say. Samuel Barrera says, give Tyrann Mathieu a shot, 1-year deal, and bring back McLeod as well. I think if they bring in a safety, they will bring in McLeod. I think if they sign a safety, they will bring in McLeod. You have Jabril Peppers is still around too. So, JY, I'm giving Hurts one more year. If he don't develop and keeps overthrowing with his inaccurate ass, I move on. It might happen, man. It might happen. I'm going back to work. Stop events safe. Keep up great work, Joey. Yeah, I appreciate it, Eagles chant. Much love, man. Much love, bro. Tex says, did you see the safety from the Ravens? Deshaun Elliott respond to the comment saying, "Come to Philly." He responded with your, yeah. So who was? So I saw that tweet, but who was that? Who was that safety that text? Who was that safety that said that? Because I don't know the handle on that on the Twitter account, so I don't know who that was. That was Deshaun Elliott. Clutch says, how much cap space we have now? I think we have $23 million right now. Samuel Barrett says, would you trade a second, third round pick for Laviska Shenault? Rumors are that Jaguars are willing to accept trade offers as of yesterday. Yeah, I heard that yesterday. A second or a third, I wouldn't trade a second round pick for him. A third round pick, I don't even know if that's even worth it for him either. I heard 20 million. Yeah, I heard 20 million at the end of yesterday, but all the numbers are all screwed up. I went on Spock Track. I went over the cap to check the Eagles cap space, so I'm not sure. Yeah, Austin Hooper is going to have a lot of interest, and the Eagles aren't going to pay him. He's a starter in the NFL. Sean says, second is definitely trash. The offense we run doesn't fit Hurts. Neither does the week-to-week game plan. The route combos are terrible. Yeah, and that's a big problem, man. Shane Steichen, Shane Steichen came from a run-heavy offense with the Chargers, and that's what Nick Sirianni came from with the Colts. They ran the ball a lot, and we saw the Philly running the ball a lot. I mean, in franchise history, they beat the franchise history rushing record pretty much from one season. And I don't like the route combinations. I don't like the running four verticals. It just doesn't fit. And Jalen Hurts can't make these passes. It's insane. What are we most desperate for? Probably a linebacker. I mean, probably that as of right now. How much cap space is reserved for draft picks? Probably 10 million. Probably 10 million. So it probably makes sense. If I said 23 mil, 10 million, probably have 10 million left. 10 to maybe 11 million left. So I don't know. Mando Harvey says, you have a QB on a rookie deal, get a defensive leader, playmaker in the draft. Don't accept less than a first for Minshew. I look, if there's teams that are desperate for Minshew, I'm looking to at least get a third round pick or a second at this case. But you never know what could happen. We trade Sam Bradford to the Vikings, and we trade Sam Bradford to the Vikings for a first round pick. There are teams there's a lot of quarterback needy teams right now. So Trevor says, Trayvon says 4 verticals so Hurts can try to run for his life. Yeah, that's the plan, I guess. I mean, it doesn't work. Jalen Hurts, he's coming off of ankle surgery as well. So after the ankle surgery, so he's coming off of ankle surgery right now. He's not going to be able to do any offseason work until OTAs. He's not going to be able to do any of the private sessions that we see on video. He's not going to be able to get the receivers together. It's going to be insane. Chris R says a first for Minshew. Dude, you never know, bro. I mean, Minshew's got one more year. I think he's an above average. I think he's an above average backup, to be honest. I think the more he plays, the better he gets. And on top of everything else, he's only costing you $900,000 for the year. I mean, he's cheap. So any team that acquires him is going to get him for cheap. Sports Fan Mark says, I put $100 on Philly this year, 15-1. Dietrich, I would say our most important spot is safety. I don't think we have signed either. No, I mean, as of right now, we're empty at safety. I mean, we're empty. There's no, Anthony Harris left in free agency and Rodney McLeod. So I get it. Haven't really watched Deshaun Elliott. Is he good? I don't think I've watched him either, to be honest with you. So I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what the case is. So Cole Beasley is gone. There's nothing else going on right now. I might be watching the Philadelphia Stars this year. Definitely am interested to see what that league is going to be like in the USFL. I'm trying to see if there's nothing going on. It's a quiet day today, bro. Quiet day. Shalot Sharp says, Joey, what up, fam? Any big news for Cox? I think we're going to get Bobby Wag. I feel it. I feel like Howie's up to something right now. There's something brewing in the background. Howie Roseman doesn't show his hand. He's going to get somebody. Trust me. Just got to give it time. Give it time. And I tell you, once it happens, I'm going to be like, you just had to give it time. You just got to be patient, as much as we aren't patient right now. So Bobby Wagner wouldn't be bad. I don't think Bobby Wagner would be bad at all. Let's see. Mr. said we must be going for Hamilton. I mean, maybe. Gary says snag Honey Badger, MBS, and resign Rodney and Howard. I mean, definitely. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna be able to sign 3 guys. I mean, obviously Rodney's gonna be cheap, but Bickers, should we extend Howie after free agency in the draft too soon? That's what everyone's thinking right now. Kyle Shaver says none of the mock drafts I've seen have us going a linebacker or safety in the first. D-Train says Hamilton is by far my top want in this draft, but that's a gamble, hoping you land him. I'm hoping so too, man. I'm hoping, like, if he's at between 8 to 12, I'm moving up. I'm moving up to get him. How do you replace Minshew for 30? He's a good player. How many QB in the whole league? Everybody, do you take over Minshew? A dozen maybe, and most of them are just potential. Minshew is as is. Michael Morris says, not to sound like a pessimist, but why does everyone say build through the draft? Like we have good history drafting in first 3 rounds. Edward Bruce says trade is imminent. I reckon it's going to happen, bro. Just wait. Mr. Reed says, mark my words, Honey Badger not going to work out for us. Pass. Willie says, if we solidify our defensive line this year and get more pressure, we should be at least a playoff team. We did okay with less this last season. I don't think we did great at all. I don't think we did good with less. We didn't. What good team did our defense beat this year? We didn't blitz enough. We gave too many quarterbacks respect. We gave 6 to 8 quarterbacks over 80% completion percentage, which is ridiculous. You had no pass rush. Fletcher Cox played horrible. Josh Wett, had 5-6 sacks, but he kind of fell off a little bit this year. Brandon Graham was hurt, so that hurt Fletcher Cox being freed up on that side. Hargrave was double teamed the whole season. At this point, Barnett was really hurting us more than helping us. So, our defense was below average. It wasn't good. It was not good at all. So, Samuel Carey says Jalen Hurts will get it together this year. Hurts last year running numbers compensable for Devontae Smith. Compensate for Devontae Smith reaching 1,000 yards. Yeah, I get it, but you got a number 1 receiver. You got to throw to him. You have to throw to him. You can't rely. You're not going to win the game relying on Jalen Hurts' legs. If you have no passing game and you're just running with Jalen Hurts the whole game, it's not going to do anything. You're not going to get wins out of that. Sam Barrett says Wagner, please sign, even if it's for a year, veteran for this defense on a 1-year deal. Mark Goody says Howie just signed a 3-year extension. Yeah, we all saw that. All right, Ethos, see you later, bro. Big Chris is not that impressed with Hamilton. Weak combine. I'm not worried about it. Dude, the combine is overrated, bro. It just depends, man. It's not great. Some guys just have bad combines. Comments are the only players I do want is Jabril Peppers or MAS. Anyone else I'm fine with. Trayvon B says only Andy can save us. Xavier says I would draft defense first round. That's what we're gonna do, man. That's the whole plan. Texas, why hasn't anyone picked Peppers up yet? Does he want a big contract? I don't know. I haven't heard any news on Peppers at all. Sean says, I don't think we get Hamilton. He'll probably still go top 5. I do think drafting 2 saves is ideal. I'd like Kirby, Joseph, Dexton, Hill. They're pretty good. I don't mind him. I don't mind those 2 guys. Even the second round's going to have a lot of safeties, good safeties available in the second round, too. Let's see. Charlotte Sharp says, I saw your vid on Vallis Scaling, and be honest, that would be an incredible pair. I like him a lot, but, he only played 6 games last year. He had an injury last year. DJ Chark only played he had a foot injury all last year too. So, he played a lot less than Scanling as of right now. So Scanling can outrun defense. He's got that 6'4". He's 6'4", runs a 4.3. He's very fast, finds open. He's really good at catching. He's route running is fantastic. So Browns, we played the last we played a last place schedule. That's bad, bro. It's bad. Defense played horrible. Bickers, remember when they used to double cock? Yeah, not anymore. Now they're doubling Javon Hargrave as the more of the threat. Taka says Falcons signed Casey Hayward. Falcons are signing cornerback Casey Hayward to a 2-year, $11 million contract. It's true. It's true. Edward Bruce says the defensive scheme last year was disgusting. It was a travesty, bro. It was a travesty. It was horrible. That being said, we don't have to reach at safety. There are some good safeties coming out in the draft. No, there are. I mean, they could. I mean, they might if they don't bring Roddy McLeod back, they might sign somebody right now. So you never know. Rich Amelia said we lost. We lost because Rager is trash, not because Hurts was running too much or too little. Well, yeah. I mean, that's just what. I mean, Hurts running in games and not passing is one of many problems that we have right now, not being able to pass the ball and get the ball to these receivers. But Rager has more than enough chances to start every single game to showcase his talents. Not explosive off the line, getting bullied at the line of scrimmage. Can't even beat the DB. He got bullied in some games this year. You know, being lazy on routes. You know, where where Jalen actually threw some good balls to him. He would have had a lot more touch. He would have had a few more touchdowns this year. You know, unfortunately, but at the same time, you know, Hurts, you know, overthrowing, underthrowing. There's a bunch of issues right now. Falcons signed Casey Hayward, one less team to get a corner. Do Eagles get Lockett? I don't know. Depending on how much he's going to cost, I'm not really sure because you have to trade for him. Hawk says 3 first-round picks is not a lot when your GM can't draft. We'll see, man. Isaac Javier says I can't see us drafting Lewis' son. I mean, they could, and yeah, he's a second-round pick. And Brisker's another guy that can get in the second round too. So, Big Chris is Howie vision, and we are all waiting. Richie said hopefully Howie hits on these picks. That's what I'm hoping for, bro. Peppers wants a big contract. They're having a down injured year. I do not want, and we can find better in the draft. Andre Chandler says, if we had a solid defense and if we played calling a little better early on, we would have won against the 49ers, Chargers, and Raiders this past season. I agree. We probably would have won the NFC East, bro. We lost that one game against the Giants, which was horrible. The first game against the Giants, which was so embarrassing. That was an embarrassing game, too. D-Train, call me crazy, but in this draft, so low first round talent will be available in the second round. I would trade one of the first for multiple seconds. I think if they trade back one of those first round picks, they should get an extra second for this year. And this way you could draft 4 players that could start. You know what I mean? Which is great. Very much. I can't wait to see you in 500 watching the draft. Yeah, me and him are pretty pumped about it, man. We're pumped about it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Comments, damn, Casey Hayward could have been a good pairing with Slay. Yeah. Chimon Beaster Rager lost us some games. Oh, that's definitely true. Scott Griggs, are you going to do a live reaction for the draft? Yeah, me and Philly 500 are drafting on both channels this year. So we're going to be drafting from both. We're going to be streaming from both channels for the draft for 3 days. Name brand based on cap space, we probably are going for Rhodes. Yeah, we're probably going for Rhodes. It looks like they're in the mix for Rhodes, and obviously Patrick Peterson could be an option as well. So Henry Bravo, so Rager was getting way too many targets. Big Chris says Julio Jones and run game, big body veteran wide receiver, 1 year deal. Comment star MVS is a good deep threat, and he was better last year, but he was injured last year. But he has a history of dropping passes. I was having a strong feeling, but he was inconsistent with Hurts. I talked to a Packers fan about his drop. He's gotten a lot better. He has gotten a lot better. Plus, I forgot what else he said about because I didn't watch the Packers too much last year, obviously. There were some really bad throws towards him as well, depending on what you can count as a drop. It just depends. So, Texas, I wish I knew what Howie was thinking right now. True that, bro. Big Chris is Hurts taking all Sanders touchdowns. Yeah, pretty much. Edward Bruce is big fan here. Joe in England, by the way. That's awesome. Thanks for all the content. Love this time of the year. Appreciate it, Edward. And from England, dude. That's awesome, man. Hope you enjoy your day today. Texas, there's no way he misses on 3 first-round picks. I'm sorry if you think that. You're hating too hard. It's going to be bad. If he misses on those picks, it's going to be disgusting. Julio Jones and Devontae Hurts have that Bama connection, big veteran receiver. Yeah, they could. Andrew, we were playing 10 versus 11. Rager was a complete waste of space. And J.J. Ortega-Whiteside was a waste of space, too. Young Udai says Julio, Landry, or Beasley. I'm not into getting Beasley. Landry, the Eagles have no interest in him. I've seen a few teams. I think he's visiting some teams right now. If he wants a lot of money, I'm not into it. Jones at Rager. Okay, what about the basic instinct of finding you or your number one receiver? Hurts is weak, and to blame Rager is delusional. And not even you're starting Rager, which, if Rager's getting covered that easily, I mean, and he's not doing anything. You have a Heisman winning trophy winner and Devontae Smith, to the point where he goes up to Jalen Hurts in a couple games. Like, you have to give me the ball. They're treating him like he's not a number one receiver. It really pisses me off. It really does. Rod says, Howie hitting on all 3 first-round picks. It's like me wanting my newborn coming out walking, not happening. I love that analogy. I love it. Murray Brown said Rager should not be in the NFL. Definitely not working out. Jerome B, do you believe Avonte Max will to hold it down? Avonte Max is not going to play outside. He's a nickel corner. He can't play outside. Chris R, if you have guys like Olave Smith creating constant separation, Quez taking at the top of the defense, Hurts can get rid of the ball quicker and spend less time scrambling. I mean, that's true. That's true. When you don't have J.J. Arcega-Whiteside in the field or Rager, I mean, you have a lot more promising players. That's why I want to add another. They could add another one in free agency, another weapon in the draft as well. Texas, maybe we could trade back this year with a bad team and get an early second this year and a first next year could happen. I think it could happen. I think it's definitely. Jay says, just want to get an outsider's point of view. How do you feel about Von Miller signing as an Eagles fan? I don't know, man. Like, that's a big deal. I mean, he's 32 years old. I mean, he'll give you a few years, but 6 years, that's a lot of money for 6 years, bro. I mean, the Bills are definitely – you guys are definitely competing for a Super Bowl this year. That's definite. And, signing a lot of veterans and getting them on the – no wonder he signed with the Bills on that. I mean, the Rams were considering signing him back, but on that deal – it's a lot of years, man. It's a good move, but for that contract, it's a lot. That's a big contract for a veteran guy. It's a big contract. So, Young Adai said, if we get a solid number 2 cornerback, then Maddox is good in the slot. True that. Mount Fripp says Pac Pierce is considering joining the Eagles. I definitely heard that. There was a video on NFL Network saying that he was pretty much a good fit for the Eagles. Eagles would be a good fit for him. So, man, I need water. I need as much water as I can today. Let's see. Brett Helmet says, I don't mind patching up secondary with a few short-term vets this year. Yeah, I mean, look, like they're probably going to sign a veteran cornerback. But if they can at least increase this pass rush and add more weapons to this pass rush to make it completely like annihilation, I mean, if they could grab somebody here, it'd be great. And like having a veteran quarterback is not a bad thing, but if you have the pass rush for it and you have some veteran, cornerbacks out there, it's not bad. It's not bad. But I want a homegrown talent somewhat in the future, sometime. When that is going to be, I don't know. So, Big Chris says Adam might hold out if they tag him. He's got to sign this. He's got to sign the tag. He's got to sign it. So if he doesn't sign it, nothing's going to happen. OD says just go off work. Are we going to do something? I don't know, bro. I don't know. Name Brent said, what's the metric system on our first round pick value? The metric? I have no idea. I have no idea. Brian Cordero says, if you could sign anyone in free agency, who would it be? Right now, I would sign Allen Robinson. Right now, I'd get a weapon right now for Jalen Hurts. I get him. Honey Badger, if available, if that's the case. Darrow Sex says, how realistic is Dillard and picks for Claypool or Higgins? Dillard and picks for Claypool and Higgins. I mean, that'd be cool, but I mean, I think you'd have to give up more than that for both players. But Claypool, I wouldn't mind because he could play inside and play outside, which is great. Big Chris says we can't pay 3 ones, can we? No. I think you're going to pay 2. I think you're going to pay 2 ones. That's it. Derek Riley said, what about Brandon Cooks? No. Brandon Cooks is like a 5 years ago type move. Like, yeah, if it was like 5-6 years ago, sure. But now, no, I'm not into Brandon Cooks. Comment said Patrick Peterson would be a good fit with us. Peterson and Slay with 2 really good ball hawks. That'd be crazy. I mean, Peterson is definitely not the same corner that he used to be, but I think if you add a defensive line and add more pieces and really help these corners out, they're going to flourish. Slay definitely flourished without a pass rush, so I can't imagine how good they're going to play. They're going to play that well with the pass rush, which is kind of nuts. Tex said, when we had JJ on the field, the defense knew it was a run. Yeah, dude, like if he's not going out for passes, you're making it obvious. So they got to get I think if they add a weapon in free agency, he's gone. Technically, he should be gone. Greg Ward re-signed back for a 1-year deal. And if you add another one in free agency, I think JJ's out the door. I think he's literally on practice squad, or maybe even off this roster. Brandon Hart's the only pick we know we hit on was Smith. Yeah, unfortunately. And I do. Quez Watkins is going to be something special, bro. I'm blaming Jalen Hurts for a lot of Quez Watkins, what he could have done this year. 647 yards. Come on, man. Could have done more than that. He could have gave him more than that. Dickerson was a really good pick, man. I said Dickerson works out. He's going to be something special, but him playing at left guard, I really like next to Mulata. It's a beast move, bro. It's a beast move. I love that. I love it, that pick now. He played great at nickel this season. Sports fan Mark said, if we trade Wentz and kept Foles, do we win another ring? I think we could have. I don't know. It just depends. Well, Foles, I think we would have been in the Super Bowl if it wasn't for Alshon Jeffrey losing, that ball going through his hands against the Saints. I think we would have won that game, beat the Rams. I think we would have had our second meeting with the Patriots our third meeting in the Patriots at the Super Bowl. So I think we would have won the Super Bowl in 2018. That Saints game, we almost had it. It was close, and the Rams were really bad that year. I mean, they were good in the regular season, but when they got to the playoffs, the Super Bowl, they changed the whole entire. They changed the way the play calling and how they approached the playoffs and the Super Bowl. It was just horrible. I think they could have beat them. I don't know what would have happened. Big Chris is good. Miller didn't go to Dallas. Texas Maddox season got overlooked because Slade's amazing season. I have a lot of faith. Oh, Maddox is great, man. I'm glad they extended him. I was really happy when they extended him. Javier says, rather have a vet wide receiver, but the way the market is, I don't know, man. I guess we'll see. Mena Harvey says Sirianni needs to recognize Hurts as a quarterback who can run. Coach had him doing too much running back stuff. Simplifies defense job to hit one guy every play. Edward Bruce says 6 years at 32-year-old is crazy for anyone but a QB. Big Chris says Max is solid already extended, I thought. Yeah, no, he is extended. No, Max is already extended, bro. He got a new contract. He's already extended. Young Udai says, I know this is a content of the Eagles free agent, but does everyone think that the Phillies are done after a short? I don't know, dude. Like, I can't. I watch the Sixers like here. I try to watch the Sixers more than anybody, than the Eagles. Really, I watch the Sixers more than the Phillies. So, Aubrey says, get Dante Jackson. Everybody wants Dante Jackson, bro. Alan Bennett says, what do you think Boston Scott realizes that hurts me? Yeah, he's gone, man. He's walking. They're not bringing him back, what it looks like. ODC said, how much cap space do we have? I think like $23 million, but I think pretty much with the draft incorporated, maybe a little over $10 million. Julio says, what happened to Zach McPherson? Can he be a starter? I don't know, dude. I don't think he's ready yet. I mean, we'll see what he goes in the year 2, but I don't think so. His tackling is really good. Pursuit is really good against the run, but his coverage is not great. Not great. Julio said, Dickerson is your best pick in a while. I mean, offensive line-wise, I don't think so, dude. Like, Jordan Mailata was a 7th-round rugby star, a rugby player, and they turned him into pretty much he's going to be a Pro Bowl left tackle. He's 6'6", 6'8", 370 pounds, like crazy, bro. I think the offensive line's been really good for the Eagles as of late, and they draft really good at offensive line, pretty well, pretty good in the trenches. Charlie Rivera says, seems like the entire league is waiting on Watson move and then expect things to get a little nuts. Probably. Commissar Allen Robinson would be a great fit, but I do prefer James Washington, Jarvis Landry, or Julio Jones who could be cheaper. Dwayne Edmonds says, and all the same every year with Howie, nothing is going to happen in free agency, and we'll draft a quarterback in the 2nd round. Eagles are done. They're not drafting a quarterback, bro. Superman said, who do you think will have a better career, Jalen Hurts or Malik Willis? I think Malik Willis has a bigger upside, but he has already really good mechanics, and with his arm, he's got a really good arm. It's just being consistent on throws. But Malik Willis has a very bright high ceiling. And I think Jalen Hurts has a lot more to learn too. But Taylor Holmes says Cooks is a beast with no QB and only 28. Charlotte says the media is trying its best to try to make Howie Roseman here like it wasn't him that drafted Wentz in the first place. A lot of people didn't know this, but the Browns traded the Eagles pick to draft Watson. Comment starts that Patrick Peterson was pretty good with the Vikings after his down year with the Cardinals. I didn't watch him too much on the Vikings. I watched some. He did have an okay year. Javon Beast, I think Sweat will be great. I think he's gonna have a really good year this year, especially when you add more pieces. I think he's gonna live off it. He's like a 7 to 10 sack guy the way he's getting paid right now, so he should get like 7 to 10 sacks for the year and being very disruptive. Losing Brandon Graham lost a lot of motivation for this defensive line too. He was the voice of this defensive line as well. Big Chris's Quez is open a lot. Well, not just him, but a lot of guys are open, and we still can't get the ball to him. Oh, DC, are we going to take a center in the draft? I don't know. Like Linderbaum is the only guy I would really take, but I don't know. They could go offensive line in the first round. You never know. I mean, you could take Linderbaum and see if you could start him at right guard, put him and Samalo at competition because Samalo's got to come back from injury too. So Justin Williams says, Flagels fly, believe in Maddox and Julio or Odell is best bet. Evaluation of receiving core. Two up there game. We need veteran leadership for team playoffs. Philly, get ready. We need a veteran receiver. We really do. Even Devontae Smith this offseason, you saw that little John Clark interviewed Devontae Smith this offseason, and he said, would you mind the Eagles bringing a veteran wide receiver? He's like, no, I think it would be perfect. Bringing a guy that's been in the game for a while and kind of learn from somebody else would be great. Chris Von Miller's already blind with those glasses. By the time that contract is up, he's going to have arthritis hair coming out of his ears and using a walker and still have more sacks than Derek Barnett. Oh, my God. That's funny. Sonny Bucket said if we kept Foles and traded Wentz this season after the Super Bowl, we could have loaded on defense like crazy. Justin already says this time at last year's draft, I was confused with Dickerson over Samuel Jr. because we had no corners, but that line first priority and how he nailed it. Dude, that was a good pick. I didn't think it was going to be a good pick, but Asante Samuel Jr. was on the board. JOK was on the board. Like I was looking for a linebacker. Big Chris says Harris blows made no plays last season. He was a bust last year. He was a total bust last year. I was actually really excited. So Brandon Hart says Foles never had a good season where he played the whole thing. Charlie Rivera says I'd be taking a center in the second or third, leaving Dickerson at left guard. Yeah, you got to leave Dickerson at left guard, 100%. DJ Forbes says Jalen Hurts is not good and maybe the worst QB in the division. Sonny Briggett says baseball is a horrible sport. That's not horrible. I like baseball to me, like it kind of bores me. Like baseball is like I used to love baseball like when I was a lot younger, but now I'm like I don't think I have patience for it. Be honest. Quez Watkins, explosive dude, is fast. Nick, the Philly guy, said Eagles going to sign someone, but it's going to be a depth player. He can afford much. Other Reddick and Kelsey being the highest player at center. I don't think that's true at all because I think the Eagles tried getting Marcus Williams at a big deal, and they were close to that number. So I think they're going after one more mid-tier contract right now. Comments are Foles stayed in 2018. I think Foles would not be able to overcome his roster falling apart in 19 and that horrible offensive line 20. I think would have been bad. Well, 2020 was just a really bad year all around for the whole entire team, plus what was going on with the outside world and everything. Lamont says, what do you think about signing Tariq Cohen? I like it because he could contribute on special teams. He's like another Boston Scott in the backfield for us. So, I mean, I wouldn't mind that signing. I think maybe they bring Boston Scott back. If he gets – I think maybe the Eagles said, hey, we're just going to – I don't know. Maybe they don't pick him up. I don't know. I mean, they could have just kept him on the roster, but Brandon Rice said, I think the Cowboys are way worse than they were against the Niners after losing Wilson, Cooper, Gregory. Kind of hyped about that. I mean, offensively, they still should be good. I think they'll draft another receiver in the first round. I think that's what they'll do. Antonio Holmes says Milton Williams is a good pick. Rookie running back was a great pick. Dickerson pick was tremendous. Obviously, Smitty was great. Unsigned rookies were good. Mulata home run. Brand says, Boston Scott signed with non-NFL team, correct me. No, he didn't sign with anybody yet. Bicker says M. Williams seems to be a good pick. Milton Williams was a nice flash in the pan, like first quarter of the season, but I'm telling you right now, like Milton Williams is – I'm excited for Milton Williams. End of the season, he really showed he could bring like constant pressure, like consistent pressure every play. I mean, he really showed up. And Gannon was very hyped about that pick. If you see when we drafted him, he was very hyped. Obviously, that was the fist bump pick, which the War Room controversy. John Jones, the owner never should be allowed to give an extension to the GM until he sees how he does through the draft. It seemed like it was so automatic, right? Mr. Mark said, I think wide receivers don't want to come here because Hurts can't read a defense or throw accurately. I mean, definitely. I mean, look, there's probably a lot that goes into that too. Like Howie Roseman's trying to sell to the player that, come here, it's going to be a good year. But, that's why, you get Deshaun Watson and, teams might be, players might be wanting to play with him. So you never know. Sonny Bucket says Scott is better than Miles Sanders in every way. Lamont Carrington says Terry Cohen would be good replacement for Boston Scott. Antonio Holmes says they are drafting a quarterback. No, I would never draft A. I would never sign AB. Brandon Hart said you need Wentz and Foles that year. Get over it. Foles never had a good year where he started the whole game. No, I mean Foles he's never played a full season. He's never played a full season his whole career. Leo Howard said there's rumors of Patrick Peterson moving to safety. What are your thoughts? Think he could actually help us in that position? He could. I mean, I think he'll come here purely for being that number 2 corner, but Patrick Carson says when Kelsey retires, bring him back to help the O-line coach have take over if he ever leaves. Comment star says Malik Willis has the accuracy, just needs to learn how to read defenses and get better at decision making. He reminds me of a young Mike Vick. That's what a lot of people have been saying. Oh, he said, how do you think Dallas will play next year with all they have lost? I mean, I think they'll still play good. I think defensively they'll still play good. Maybe they take a little bit of a hit at defensive line. I think offensively they'll actually get. I mean, they're going to go defensive line or go wide receiver in this draft, probably, or they might get safety. Who knows at this point? I know Malik Hooker got signed to a 2-year deal, so. John already said at the time last year's draft, I was confused with Dickerson over Sante Samuel Jr. because we had no corners, but that line first priority and how he nailed it. Yeah, definitely. 10 says Hurts needs to learn to read field better. True that. Big Chris can't wait to not see Barnett getting flagged. That's gonna be something that I'm gonna be more happy about that. Feeling that says Hurts has to get better at anticipating where receivers are going to be and stop seeing ghosts in the pocket. Sean says the commentators would talk about how guys are open during the game. Hurts can't read a defense it's every game. It's been like that every single game. Even the commentators are seeing it. It's horrible. Who's better, Hurts or Tyrod Taylor right now? I mean, probably Jalen Hurts as of right now. Tyrod Taylor is a backup quarterback for the Giants that's making a lot of money. It's making probably $8 million guaranteed on a $17 million deal right now. I don't know. I mean, Tyrod Taylor just has more years, bro. I mean, he's a savvy vet. He's got more years. I mean, Tyrod's probably just going to be better just from experience, obviously, because Hurts doesn't even have that much experience yet. Hurts could be the worst QB in the East in the season if you go by the stats. I don't care. The stats don't matter to me, bro. The guy has to throw well. Those fourth quarter stats, all the Eagles fans are getting crazy over those fourth quarter stats when teams were playing prevent and he was making all these passes. It's crazy. Baseball a bit boring to watch TV, but it's fun when you go to the actual games. I always think I am going to get baseball, but I never do. Well, when I was like between 5 to 9 years old, I remember my father used to take me to Yankee games a long time ago. So like when I was like really young, my dad took me to opening day and stuff like that. I wouldn't mind looking to Ray McLeod, wide receiver from Steelers, if he's available. That depth would be new. Kick returner, punt returner, which we need another kick returner, punt returner anyway. So Terrell will end up starting for the Giants. He probably will. By week 4 or 5, he'll probably be the Giants starting quarterback. Brand Peck said he signed with the gaming boss. He signed with a gaming Boston Scott. Shout out, bro. I usually agree with you, but Anthony Harris did his job for his position. He had to come down for safety spot to make tackles. That linebackers could have made Harris over McLeod. I don't know. Like, it's just he didn't really lash out to me too much, but you could be right. Cooley Hill says, do you honestly think we have a shot at Deshaun from what you're hearing? Probably not. No. Not for what they have to give up for him. Probably not. I know Harvey says Rager and Whiteside on defense, speed and size, bad hands. Common Star says Hurts is currently the worst quarterback in NFC East. That Tyrod joined the division, but I hope he can get better. But I'm concerned because he has to heal from that ankle, and he's going to miss a lot of time. And I swear to God, if they sit him throughout all preseason, he's going to play like crap. He's going to play horrible. If they sit him through, I don't care about the scrimmages. Scrimmages don't mean a damn thing. He's not getting tackled. He's not getting pressured. I don't care about scrimmages. I don't care. I've agreed, says, even if Watson was begging to come to Philly, I don't want to give up what it will take to get him. It's going to take like 3 first-round picks. So it's going to take a lot. So I said, here's how I view things. If Hurts doesn't work out for me, we are stuck praying for a franchise QB to fall for us in the draft. Anything new today? There's nothing new. There's nothing going on right now. I mean, absolutely nothing going on right now. So nothing going on. John just says Khalil made that decision. He doesn't want to come here. That's true. Raymar said, I hope the comedy sign Barnett so we can get revenge for Kerrigan. Kerrigan's best game was was literally the playoff game. That was his best game. It was like he did nothing the rest of the season. Connor Tyler Taylor is better than Hurts. Taylor plays a good when healthy, but he is never healthy, which is why we should just be a backup. Xavier says, I couldn't be a GM with money. I could be doing what the Jags are the signing everyone other than the Sun. Julio Jones, John Jones says Watson does not want to come to Philly. That's what it seems like. Ted's Gamer 215 says Claypool. That would be an interesting one as well. That'd be an interesting one. So far, you got to chill with those close. So funny. Carson Wentz is getting a lot of flack right now. Here we go. We got the Hassan Reddick is meeting all the players, offensive line right now, meeting everybody in the locker room right now, which is awesome. That's cool. We got that press conference in a few hours today. We got Landon Dickerson, Jordan Mailata in the gym right now. Yeah, there's really nothing else going on. Slay and Reddick meeting up in the locker room. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I want something to happen. So Commanders sign Andrew Norwell. Oh, man, it's going to be interesting, guys. It's on Twitter. Everything's on Twitter. They just put out a few videos of Hassan Reddick, kind of meeting all the players. Everybody's working out in the gym right now. So somebody says, do you think Jalen Hurts is playing preseason this year or he's sitting again? Dude, if they sit him, he's not gonna have a good beginning of the season. That's what I'm saying. Big Chris says, did Sproles put hands on Wentz? What does that mean? About Hassan meeting everyone. Yeah. Charlotte says Carson Wentz is happy Gilmore playing football. We need a big body receiver. Shonoff says, I don't know who don't want to come here. That just means they're not supposed to be here. Lucio says, all jokes aside, Howie is a good GM. When it comes to trading, when it comes to the cap, when it comes to all that, it's great. When it's drafting, that's just a different story. I mean, that's just what it is. So there's got to be a collaborative effort in this draft. There's got to be a collaborative effort. So, I mean, that's what it's got to be right now. It's what it's got to be. Texans are signing linebacker Jalen Reeves Maben to a 2-year deal worth 7.5. See, like these teams make these little splash moves, like not even splashes, but they make these like little moves and stuff, you know. It's just I don't get it with these teams. Like they just keep signing like all these little deals, little signings. Yeah, I mean, so Howie just can't draft me. That's all. No, that's all. But nobody. No, every GM has a flaw. I mean, that's just the way it is. The Wentz best chance is the best roster he's ever had. No excuse of it all. Yeah, I mean, this is a better roster. I mean, Washington's a better roster than the Colts. I mean, other than having like Jonathan Taylor as like a franchise running back, an elite running back. I mean, other than that, like he's got weapons all around. Got Curtis Samuel coming back. You got Curtis Samuel. You got McLaurin. You got Gibson in the backfield. McKissick now. I mean, you got some good. You got some good players. You got a good offensive line. You got some good depth behind it. I mean, other than right guard. I mean, I think they have to get a right guard, but I don't want Colin Kaepernick. Sproles did curse out Carson Wentz according to LeGarrette Blount. What? When? Like Super Bowl year he did? Gamer215 the Gamer says the only time Roseman, what is a good GM is when he went to the Super Bowl. I feel like a lot of players that we had that year, we still could have had and still got rid of Carson Wentz. I think that was the big problem, though. I think the big problem with it was they kept way too many players from that Super Bowl, and they never built off of that roster. That's the problem they had. That's a big problem that they had. So that's pretty much what I take out of it as of right now. So that's what I take out of it. So Big Chris has heard it was more than words. D-Train says, well, I think things are too quiet because of Watson. Once Watson is figured out, I think free agency will get a little more energy going. Sonny says Carson Wentz was saying that he's not getting enough credit in the middle of the Super Bowl run, and Darren Sproles snapped him. Oh, no way, really? That's nuts. He put paws on him? Funny Kaepernick said the NFL is like a salary. It is Netflix special, but wants to still play. I saw that. He's got like a movie coming out. Yeah, Jeremy, yeah, Joey, it's when they were all hurt during the 17th season, bro. Carson was talking about how he didn't want the team to win without. I heard about that part, about him not wanting the team to win without him, and Sproles confirmed him. That's crazy. Gregory Padilla says, when Carson was hurt, remember the hurt players, Maragos, Wentz, Sproles. I remember when posting photos, but Darren said Wentz was complaining team success, and the altercation happened. Comment says Roseman was good GM. 2002 as quickly Doug was able to bring us the Super Bowl with Foles. Vickers says Wentz was hating on Foles and winning a Super Bowl. That I mean, I don't doubt about that. I mean, that is not even surprising to me at all. So not surprised. Let's see here. Got some stuff going on here. We'll be good though. I'm pretty pumped about it, man. I'm pumped on a new move or something like that. I'm pretty pumped on a new move. You know what I mean? Slowly but surely, we're gonna make a trade. Howie Roseman doesn't always doesn't show his hand, man. I'm telling you. I'm pretty pumped about it. I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited about it. So, Taz the Gamer says, I don't understand why he just didn't keep Doug Pearson. You must have really forgot what he did for the city of Philadelphia. Oh, no. I mean, I miss Doug Peterson, man. I'm glad he's back in the coaching. I hope he turns that franchise around. I mean, he spent a lot of money because really they didn't hire. They literally put all the roster moves into his hands. They didn't hire a VP at all. So he's in charge of a lot of roster moves now. Obviously, like Christian Kirk, man, Jesus, mother of God. Like that contract that he got was ridiculous. DJ says, well, that Colts that said the movie on from Winston wasn't just because of his play. Yeah, I mean, so they're 100% true. Blunt said it himself. Google it. That's crazy, bro. It's going to take us a while before we see another Super Bowl. Eagles really need to do that they have to do this year in this draft and show why they're the best in the NFC. iDrip says, why can't Howie do the trading, someone else do the drafting? I know, at least it would be balanced, but I'm hoping that it's a collaborative effort. I hope it is. I hope he does well too, bro. Sonny says, crazy to think Wentz was hating when we won the Super Bowl. I understand jealousy, but not hate. Yeah, it's pretty bad, bro. Jason Walker, once nonsense over Watson. Let's see. I'm gonna actually check this out. This is gonna be nuts. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. If that news is true, that's nuts. I mean, that's just nuts. Because Doug wanted more power to make decisions, Howie Little Dick syndrome couldn't handle it. I think he wanted to. He couldn't go outside the organization just to get another coach. I mean, that was a big problem too. Douglas says a magician never reveals his secrets. Alan Benes says, it sounds crazy to have, again, Nick Foles. I think he's kind of confidence will help Jalen. Ken's well camps. I heard on the Inside the Birds that Aaron Moorhead was at Arkansas looking at Treylon Burks. Burks and D. Smith would be a nice young wide receiver duo. Bro, I'm excited, bro, about that. I hope that's true. I mean, I see a lot of mock drafts with Treylon Burks going to the Eagles. A lot. And then they brought him in for a combine. You know, they had a meeting with him at the combine, too. I have a lot of Darren Sproles is well respected here, bro. I hope he retires an Eagle, bro. I hope he does. I really hope he does, man. The Jaguars have re-signed cornerback Trey Herndon. The team announced today. Let's see about Johnny's WO. I think signed with Minnesota. Joey, why is it so quiet? Is there a chance we could actually get Watson? Dude, I really hope not. I really hope not, but I hope it's not true. Gummy says, wait, what happened? I wasn't here. I just joined. No, nothing happened. We're just talking about random stuff right now. What's going on around the league? I mean, the Eagles are quiet right now. Got to be patient. Got to be patient right now. We don't need more quarterbacks. No more. We need wide receivers. We need kickers. We got pass rushers. We need everything. That's what Howie Roseman has felt to realize. Make every Eagles fan wishes come true. Treylon Burks would be a good fit. Good if we get him. Bicker says the internet weighing on Watson. He's playing this out. It's just somebody sign him already. Like, come on. So like, make your decision already. I want to see the compensation what a team gave up, and then I'm going to say, yep, I'm glad we didn't make this trade. Darius Davis says, so what? All out there that we can get in free agency. I mean, there's safeties. You know, Honey Badger's still available. I mean, you got Allen Robinson. You got Scanling. You got Scanling still available at wide receiver. There's a lot of guys still left, man. Sproles is some sort of assistant with the Eagles along with Brent Selleck. Yeah, and Connor Barron as well. Greg Padilla says, heard it, he is having a second meeting with the Saints. Browns reportedly out. Eagles reportedly out. Kingsville says, so did you hear the stuff on Barrett Brooks on his report? You think it's true? No, I don't think so. I think it's smoke. I remember D. Sproles getting illegally hit on that punt return and absolutely wanting to charge the field, and I was pissed. D. Sproles is the man. Oh, that was against the Redskins at the time. I remember that on that punt return. He got smacked. I remember that. Bingo says, I'm so sick of hearing Watson name. I know, dude. I can't wait till it's done. I can't wait till it's done, bro. I just want this to be over with. Just want this to be done. Rolando says, I just joined. How do you feel about Howie's extension? It is what it is, man. There's nothing I could do about it. Like, am I a fan of it? No. Should they have waited a little bit longer? Probably. I'm just not really a big fan of it right now. Just not a fan of it. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Gerald says, Howie remind me of a Coach Klein off of Waterboy. He needs his manhood back. Ross says, I would love Howie if he drafts Malik Willis or Kenny Pickett. Ken's well camp. The three picks I want in the first: Johnson, defensive end from FSU, Sauce Gardner, and Treylon. The team would be crazy good in less than a year. DJ says, don't you think Howie is too quiet? Something's up. Oh yeah, no. I mean, Howie's not going to show his hand, bro. It's going to be something. It's going to be surprising. It's going to be surprising. Ross says, just no Sam Howell. Yeah, definitely. I swear they get a quarterback, I'll be pissed. I'll be pissed. You see that? You see the picture of Jalen Reagor's working out with Colin Kaepernick today and Tyler Lockett, I think. It was from the other day, I think. Reagor was working out with Colin Kaepernick and other wide receivers. So it's a joke. It's a total joke. John says, that's fine. That's why if he doesn't hit on this draft, the extension was a waste. What do you yeah, I mean, if he picks some bad players, yeah, it's going to be really bad. Shannon says, sign Pierre. It doesn't mean just because Howie Roseman signs a 3-year deal doesn't mean he has to be here for 3 years. There's guys that get fired. There's GMs that get fired when they're still on contract. It's not like it's set final and he's going to be here 3 years. I mean, anything could happen. You know what I mean? If it gets really bad, I mean, the Eagles are going to have to owe him money, but that's like about it. I said, where do you rank Jake Elliott on Eagles all-time kickers? I think he's the best. I think he got a lot better last year. Like, 2020 was horrible. I mean, with everybody, it was horrible. But, man, he turned up last year. He only missed, 2-3 kicks the whole year, maybe? He played really well. I'm happy about that. Jarrell Thornton says, looking for a Bobby Boucher. Andrew says, hope we draft Devin Lloyd, best cornerback available, and what's best wide receiver available? Could be Treylon Burks, probably. Could be Burks, Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson. You got a lot of receivers in the first round you can go get. Big Chris just kind of looks like how he's signing his check instead of free agents. Chipper said, I'm a Wawa water boy. I got a wooden spoon. Oh, God. I think Howie's doing something with the Seahawks or Colts. Oh, why is that? Seahawks? I like that because of DK Metcalf. Gregory said, remember Rager's one-handed catch in practice? We were so hyped. I know, dude. We thought there was a turnaround with Jalen Rager. We were so excited about it. Henry Brow says, Rager got Burger King hands. Counselor, what's wrong with Cap? He could be a good backup. I don't think he could start it. I mean, why sign him as a backup? He's going to want to get paid. He's not signing for cheap, dude. Like, Kaepernick is going to cost some money. There's no point. It's a waste. I want to get DK Metcalf here. Bro, me too, man. Brand Peck said, do you see the Eagles take Evan Neal? I don't know. Maybe they could. We'll see, though. Tad says, Marquise Scaling, if we can get him and make sure this guy stays healthy and he's fast as hell, he blows right through the decline every time, y'all. Better open up your eyes and pay attention. D-Train says Desmond Ridder had a really good combine. Will probably not be a first rounder if we happen to get a QB. Andrew B said, I'd trade Rager for a box of Cheez-Its. DJ says, I wouldn't mind Howie going all Georgia in the draft. Walker, Jordan Davis, Dean, defense would be fire. Yeah, dude. They went to the Georgia Pro Day. They were looking at Nakobe Dean. So you never know, man. I'm telling you, this could be the year. Devontae Wyatt is on a visit for, a pre-draft visit, which is awesome. I mean, I like that they're looking at these Georgia players, which I'm actually really happy about. I can't really complain. Rager said, see what happens when I get a quarterback. Counselor, I always liked Elliott. He was always clutch, even in 2020, and it's hard to find that in a kicker. Yeah, I definitely. Samuel Carr says, love Sproles and Dougie Doug, Boston Scott to the Jaguars. You think Boston Scott's to the Jaguars? Is he signed? I mean, he might. Who knows? So Kyle Pitts tweeted, it's about to get scary in Atlanta. Oh. I might show that. It doesn't matter. It's about to get scary in Atlanta, but you get Deshaun Watson, and how much you're going to give up? You're going to be giving up so much right now. Jameis Winston has had talks with the Colts. Let's see. Chris Bryant agrees contract with the Colorado Run. Browns and Panthers were notified Texas Deshaun Watson will not waive no trade clause to their teams. So Browns and Panthers are out. It looks like Browns and Panthers are out now. So you're down to the Saints and you're down to what could be the Falcons. I would not sign Matt Ryan. Would not sign Matt Ryan. That would definitely not happen. Richard Greer said Rager is going to blow up this year. Yeah, I highly doubt it, bro. I'm sorry, but I don't think so, dude. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to happen, man. Much as I want to believe it, I don't think it's going to happen. Much as I want to believe it. Bray Hart says, Rager, see what happens when I get a QB. We'll find out soon enough if Howard deserved that extension. We're going to find out, bro. I heard Rager didn't even pass a physical. Brand Peck, did you see research on Khalil Shakir, Boise State? I have no idea who that is. I have no idea. Michael Williams, the best corner in the draft. Stingley, he even said it himself. Google it. I mean, probably, yeah. I mean, he definitely wants to, get. I mean, he doesn't want teams to pass up on him, and that's just the truth. Coppett saying it's going to get scary in Atlanta just now. Yeah, just seen it. We need Boston Scott back. We'll see. I don't know. John Jones, I do not want Watson here. Ray reminds me of the kid from Little Giants movie. Put some sticky glue in his hands. Tad says, I met him at someone one night. He was out at dinner, and I seen him with Center City, and I asked him about Rager. All he did was laugh. That's funny. Rager is terrible. Cody says, I like B. Scott back. We always plays bigger than his size and takes advantage of his opportunities. True that. Kenswell Camp says, draft Dean and Lloyd and acquire Julio Jones or draft Jameson, Georgia defense, and Bama defense. Andrew B says, would you rather we drafted DK over Arcega or Jefferson over Rager? DK over Arcega or Jefferson over Rager? DK over Arcega. I mean, I like both. I like both receivers a lot, but DK because I like how he has size and speed. So that would be my guy. I don't think Howie will live up to his extension. He always does something that takes years off my life. Jeremiah Butler says there's no excuse to have missed on Jefferson. No, there's no excuse for it. Definitely, there's no excuse for it. I agree. It's a total mess, man. It's a total mess. Total disaster. The tweet has just been deleted. So what? Kyle Pitts just deleted that tweet now? So, per source, Deshaun Watson is waiving his no-trade clause for the Atlanta Falcons. A trade is imminent, and the ball is now in the Texans' court. The Falcons will turn their attention to acquiring top undrafted free agent wide receivers after Houston makes the trade official. Interesting. McDuffie, Dean, and Walker. Is McDuffie a first-round pick, though? I don't trust his press cover. I don't trust his man coverage. That's the issue. I think he's the best zone coverage corner in the draft. I think the best tackling corner in the draft when it comes to off the run. But Joe Massa, so we signed Reddick, Greg Ward back up, DB, and Howie extension. We ain't doing nothing. Just wait, bro. Just wait. That's when they did. When did they say DK wanted to be traded? Must have missed it. Well, no, there has been a report DK wanting to be traded, but because Russell Wilson left, it kind of, DK was very upset over like the play that was going on with Russell in this offense and not having a run game for a while, and it's been a total disaster. Jamal Adams is another guy that went to Seattle because he wanted to be a Super Bowl contender. You know what I mean? So he might actually ask for a trade soon, or he might play. I don't know. I'm not sure. You know what I mean? He left the Jets to go to Seattle to contend and be on a better roster. So, Watson, it looks like Watson in Atlanta. It looks like Atlanta might be the team. Comments both Judge Jefferson and Devontae is better than DK. I think missing Jefferson hurts more because Jefferson is on pace to go to the Hall of Fame. Jeremiah Butler said Parsons want a miss. We would have never gotten him. Cody Guerrero said, if we lose Scott, what are your thoughts on drafting a running back in the mid or late rounds? You need an extra depth with Miles Sanders. Howard tends to get injured. I mean, Howard was healthy for this last game. They didn't use Boston Scott. They didn't use Jordan Howard for this playoff game that we played against Tampa Bay. And they literally put in Miles Sanders that was almost out 3 weeks. I mean, it's just insane, bro. Wasn't even 85% healthy. And I would definitely get a running back in the mid rounds. Definitely. I mean, I think Kenneth Gainwell is definitely a hit. Marcel Carr said, if we don't get just sign a vet DB and draft defensive end, linebacker, wide receiver, unless Stingley falls, and then they better grab him. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Philly Insider Podcast. What's going on, bro? Hope you're having a good day, man. Jeremiah Blue, some on comment star. I can excuse DK miss, although it was errors too. Comment star said if we get Jefferson in 2020, we could have gotten Parsons in 21, which is true. Did the Texans running back re-sign with them? I have no idea. No idea as of right now what's going on. I could see the 28-3 tweets now if Watson ends up picking the Saints. I don't know what to do here. What do we have? Yeah, so Kyle Pitts deleted that tweet about it's going to get scary in Atlanta. Yeah, dude, having a good day, bro. Chilling, free agency, just chilling out, man. Waiting for something to happen. I can't wait till the Deshaun Watson news is done with. I can't wait. Can't wait till it's done. Can't wait till it's done with. So excited. Christian Watson in the second round, if possible. That'd be a good pickup too. We got 223 in the chat. Much love to everybody joining the stream today. Day 4 of free agency. I think it is day 4. If you guys haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. We cover the Eagles every single day. If we can get this live stream to 200 likes, would be much appreciated. Hit the like button if you guys haven't before you leave today. We are going to be probably doing this for a while. Probably going to be doing it tomorrow until we get a signing. Not until. I'll be doing it for a bit anyway. So we usually do these at like 11 o'clock. Probably start at 11. Probably do like 3-4 hours. So just to hang out. If you guys have nothing to do, just hang out, chill out, man. Philly and Starbucks the same. I am ready for the Watson trade to happen. I'm tired of the fake Eagles rumors. Sounds like it may go to Atlanta. Yeah, that's what it sounds like as of right now, man. That's his kind of hope Watson picks the Falcons. Him getting to the Saints, no bueno for us. Cody says, what do you think is more likely? Howie trades for a receiver or picks one in the first round? I think both. I think they can actually. I don't know. I think they could double dip a receiver, but at the same time, I'm going to be realistic and say that if they don't get one in free agency, they go in the first round of the draft. If they do get one, they could go second round or further than that. Receivers go well into the second round. So, Charles Shaver says, "Hey Joey Shakes, loving your content. What would the Birds need to do to get DK in a trade? A first and probably a fourth, something like that. And if they could dump a player on top of it, it would be really good. It'd be really good." Jalen says, "I don't understand why Watson. Why go to the Falcons or Panthers? They're a terrible O-line. Come to the Eagles, man. But for 2 first round, yeah, they're not. It's going to be more than that, bro. The conversation is going to be so insane. We're going to be like, holy crap! No wonder. You know what I mean? Do you feel like as like Dallas and Washington are going to be our biggest threat of the season? I mean, we have to win. I mean, we have to play better this year and within the division. I mean, Dallas is going to be a good team this year still. Washington is going to be a little bit better. And look, Carson Wentz, as much as everybody hates Carson Wentz right now, like he's going to play pretty good with them. He's not going to play horrible. I mean, he's going to win some games. He's going to lose some games. He's going to be right in the middle. I don't think that move with Carson Wentz going to Washington takes him over the top, but even with the short stint he had with the Colts, there was a few games, a good line of games where he played really well. So, but when it was under pressure, when they really needed him the most, and he couldn't do anything. Orvin says, why ATL? The Saints have a top 3 offensive line, top 5 defensive additions. Darius Smith, Marcus Williams, plus really is out for the year, and Gage went. Dude, I don't know. And what are they giving up? I mean, they already gave up. Gage already walked in the free agency and signed with the Bucs. Like, what is ATL going to give up? That's the thing. Like, is there going to be a roster left? Will there be a roster left for the Falcons after this trade? I'm telling you right now, like, they're not getting Deshaun Watson for cheap, bro. I mean, something's going on here. Philly Insider says, seeing Levy Wallace just got $4 million AAV. Do you think Nelson resigning is a possibility, or do you think Eagles look at Pat Pete and other? I think they're looking elsewhere, man. I think if you already see the news that they're looking at other, Xavier Rhodes, Patrick Peterson, I think they go another route here. I think they go another route, dude. That's what I think they do. I think that's kind of what it's showing us right now. I could be wrong, but so I was like, what would the Birds need to give up for DK? Philly Insider says, I have a feeling the Eagles will try and land of Jordan Davis. That's what I'm, dude. That's what I feel like they're going to do. I feel like they're going to go defensive end. They're going to go defensive tackle. Like they're going to rebuild this defensive line and make it instantly better. But on top of getting Hassan Reddick, they can move from a Sam linebacker to obviously an edge rusher. I mean, it's going to be insane. Jordan Davis, Devontae, they already got the pre-draft visit already with Devontae Wyatt already. And Jordan Davis, there's no way the Eagles weren't gushing for him at that combine for Jordan Davis. There's no way. There's no way. Comment star, I think Watson would rather deal with bad offensive than deal with the Howie Roseman. I don't blame him. Sexton says they need to get Nakobe Dean, and Eagles probably won't get a chance for Jordan Davis. Philly Star Podcast, agree with Wentz. He's right in the middle. Defense will win them a few games. Yeah, I see it. Like he's going to win some games, he's going to lose some games, but he's really got no excuse on the roster he's on right now because it's a better roster than what the Colts have. Besides, like the running back over there, Jonathan Taylor. I follow them. Says I saw Wentz press today. He was dressed like Ronald McDonald. Jim Durant says I'm willing to trade our 3 first rounds of Jalen Hurts and Cox for Watson and three overall pick. No. No. Guys, that's horrible. My sinuses are crazy today. I don't know why. Joe says Watson could potentially end up number 1 in the division. I think if he comes to the Eagles, he's the number 1 quarterback in the division. I mean, that's definite. Kenswell Camps, I don't think Wentz will do as well in Washington. They lost their protection sheriff and they have security blanket tight end. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they're, I don't know who they got tight end right now. I forgot who they got tight end. Who Jeremy Sprinkle was Jeremy Sprinkle their tight end? Is that a Commander jacket? How do you feel about getting a running back? I really like in the mid rounds, I haven't covered any running backs, dude. I haven't covered any whatsoever. I haven't covered any of them. King Rail says, what will the Panthers give up, to be honest? Even though I want to give Hurts another year, why would Watson want to play for us and we would have the best deal, but we would need to stay down, peck, and draft well? Yeah. So I don't know what the Panthers, another team, I think they're out of it. I mean, they're well out of it now. So Washington O-line surprisingly was top 10 2021. Carson will have some decent protection. I think they'll be better. I think they'll be better than Dallas. Huh. So what do you think of Giants signing Tyrod? I think it made sense for them. However, $8.5 million, it was a massive overpay. Yeah, I think it's a little bit much for a backup quarterback. I mean, backup quarterbacks are expensive as of right now. But I think as of right now, I think by week 4 or 5, Daniel Jones is going to croak and Tyrod will be the starting quarterback, regardless. So I think that's the case of what they're going to do as of right now. So I think that's what's going to happen. Oh, sorry. I had to come back. Michael Corder says, I'm a big Garrett Wilson. He makes defenders look stupid on the field with him, Smitty, and Quez. Garrett Wilson, I love Garrett Wilson. I think he's really good. I would pick him over Chris Olave. No joke. I'm a big, let's see. Charles Schaefer says, I would love for the Birds to get Jordan Davis, Ojabo, and James Williams in the draft. Comment star says Wentz has a top 10 offensive line and 10 receiving yards, top 15 running backs, and top 15 defense. Let's go. Still live. Just got out of school. Definitely, Tex. We're still here. Sean says the division sucks. John Bates, Washington. Michael Williams, Logan Thomas, the Commanders tight end. Logan Thomas. He's got a lot of injury history though, doesn't he? He's been hurt a lot. He's good though when he's healthy. Texas Kyle Pitts deleted his tweet saying stuff about the get scary in Atlanta. Yeah, I don't know. Like, why would you even put that up? The Giants to move on from their running back situation so that they can have money and cap space to do what they need to do because they sucked last year. Joey said, Joey, look what Kyle Pitts put after he deleted his tweet. Well, what did he put? Interesting. Kyle really the most skilled player never even. It's crazy. I don't know what he said. I don't know what else he said after that. I'm not really sure. Jim Neutron, hey Joe, do you think do you the trade is taking so long because they want Watson the Texans first round? They want the Texans first round pick. I mean, they have the third overall, so maybe. Cam Watson would love to go to ATL. He's from Gainesville, which is in 1.5 hours from Atlanta. He want to be in the South. All the teams he wanted to go to were in the South. So after watching more film, Wyatt looks like a better pick, better than Jordan Davis. I think Wyatt's going to be very good in the league. I mean, I think obviously he weighs less than Jordan Davis. And I mean, we look at Jordan Davis at 6'6", 340 pounds because he's so athletic and what he could do. I mean, Wyatt is going to be a good player regardless. Logan Thomas and John Bates are a good tight end duo. Wentz's favorite throw is that seam bender. Yeah, and loves throwing the tight ends. Traylon Burks, one of my draft crushes, some with sauce, but obviously, Burks is one of my favorite in a while. Commissar says, gotta go, Joey. All right, Comment, you have a good day, man. Jeremiah Butler says, hit that like. Appreciate it. Hit the like button, guys. Let's try to get the stream to 200 likes if we can. That would be awesome. Oh, we're at 173. That's awesome. Cool. Subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't either. Anybody that's new here or new to the channel, we cover the Eagles every single day. We've been pretty much covering Eagles free agency every day, live stream reaction every single day, so definitely check it out. Gregory Padel says, Patriots sign running back T.Y. Montgomery on a 2-year deal. Alexander Ford said, so how are we going to sign 3-year extension? Miguel Mendoza said, we got to kill it, yo, this year. Wow, crazy as we could have had Ramsey before they went to LA and we slept on it. I don't know why Eagles always do this. Alexander Forza, good afternoon. We have drafted. We got to draft everyone. Texas, who's the best edge besides K and that Hutch in your opinion? It's probably gonna be Trevon Walker. I think Trevon Walker's gonna have the jump on Ojabo, but Ojabo and Walker are right there. You know what I mean? I think it's Walker, Ojabo, Jermaine Johnson, Karlaftis from Purdue. Cody Cordero says, I hear Watson is torn. Why is it taking so long? Whatever. So, dude, grow some nuts and pick your damn team. Seriously, I'm tired of this. Just pick your team. Just get this done. I'm tired of hearing about it. I want to see the compensation. I want to see what the hell is going on. I just want to see what they gave up. I want to see how many worthless picks these teams are giving up for this guy. I want to see it. I want to see it firsthand. Tired of it. Perfect fit for the Honey Badger. Dean Walker, prey on defensive ends to get the quarterback. Defense could be top 10. It could be top 10 instantly after going this year. Rollins says, Joey, I made it. How are you, brother? Dude, Rollins, doing great, man. I hope you're having a great day today. Tex says, do you think Burks will live up to his bold Debo's comp? Oh, I think so. I think he will. I think the tape shows a lot more. Even though Burks had it like his 40 time wasn't good, I really don't care. I mean, I like him. Philly said, glad for Hassan Ridgeway. Got a nice deal in free agency. Good defensive tackle. 4 for any team. Will definitely be upgrading the draft. It's always appreciated his productivity. He had some productivity, but he just couldn't stay healthy. Hassan Ridgeway was great, but that was a trade from the Colts a couple years back. But they have to do. He just can't stay healthy, man. Like enough was enough with Hassan Ridgeway. He just couldn't get it done, man. He just always hurt. Always hurt. Kyle Pitts was talking about Casey Hayward. Signing out about Deshaun Watson. He said this is what I was talking about. My dog back home. Gio said they got Matthew signed with the Steelers. Did he sign with the Steelers? Wait, he did? Did he? Or no? Or is that Patriots are signed to running back T.Y. Montgomery to a 2-year deal? Titans find a way to keep Zach Cunningham and get his $10.4 million cap hit down significantly. Saints said on the waves. I don't see that. The answer troll job. Tex says I'm not a fan of Karlaftis. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of his pro day. Even the combine. He looked kind of stiff at some moments. Fred Flores, what's going on? Yo, Shakes, what's good, bro? Showing off right. Wyatt more explosive than Davis says maybe. Yeah, I think because he has. Oh, I think it's just because he weighs less. He'll have more explosiveness because at the end of the day, Jordan Davis is a nose tackle, but it's not going to mean anything. You could put him in a 4-3 regardless. But at the same time, they're going to be switching from a 4-3 to a 3-4, a hybrid defense, the Jonathan Gannon hybrid scheme coming to Philadelphia, and hopefully with these better players here that he could work out some of these other players and he'll be a lot better. So Channel says, like to see us get a couple veteran receivers. I at least one for now. The Steelers are going to be a problem this year. I guarantee that $100. He said when Watson gets traded, hopefully the Eagles make at least one more move. I think they have another move up their sleeve. They tried getting Marcus Williams after getting Hassan Reddick. Then I think they'll have another move in the bag. All right, trade. I'm telling you, Howie Roseman's looking for trades, bro. And trades are going to be well worth it. Well, just imagine if Watson fall. That's what I'm saying. If Watson plays like crap, that's going to be horrible. Gerald Thornton says, Wentz is the guy, Eddie Morrell from the replacement. Texas Burks looks like the most sure-handed receiver for me, and Wilson looks all good around. Phil says, Ridgeway definitely struggled with injuries the first 2 years, but did play all 17 games this year, which was nice. Yeah. Jersey did. Do you think the Eagles are down with free agent? No, they're still going, bro. They're still going. Aaron said, I miss LaShawn McCoy on the Eagles. Texas, if so, Steelers defense looking scary. Texas says Miles Jack went to the Steelers. Yeah, he did. Making what, $7 to $8 million for a year. Gregory said, I don't see it. No, I don't think it's true. I want Patrick Peterson on a cheap 1-year deal. I guess it's all right. I wasn't a big fan of them going after Xavier Rhodes, but at the end of the day, like if they increase this pass rush, but then add a veteran cornerback as a number 2, I guess I really can't complain about it at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I guess I really can't complain about it. So we'll see. We'll see. John Bear says Jack signed with the Steelers. Ted said now the Steelers are quarterback to the difference. Bringing Big Ben didn't run the ball. New quarterback from Buffalo can run the ball and throw the ball. Boy dangerous. Do you think Eagles are done in free agency? Definitely not. Tex said Davis is just a monster like How for real is he running a 4.6? I think he ran a 350. I don't think he's 350. I don't 350, 360. Yeah, definitely. 6'6", 340, 6'6", 350. I think Wyatt's 306 at 6'4", or 6'5", I forgot. Let me see actually. 307 pounds. 307 pounds. 6'2", almost 6'3". Which is good size too. Good size. Let's see here. It says just seen headline. Hey, if I was spreading cap, but we shouldn't get him regardless. Kurt says Jersey, they're quiet because of Watson delay. I think Howie's after him. It's just so weird how they're so quiet. It's just I know we're slow with this right now, and a lot of teams are very slow with free agency right now. But I don't know, man. There's a lot going on. Somebody says Howie planning to get DK and Jamal Adams. That would be crazy. That would be good. That would be really good. That would be a monstrous thing. Phil says, how do you feel about our tight end 2 spot? Underrated need. Still some good free agents left. Great draft class. Think stall with CMS tight end 3. Some Jackson and Kroom. I don't know. Like I want to see what Tyree Jackson can do next year. I'm not sure what he's going to do next year. I just want to see. I don't know what Tyree Jackson's going to do. Coming off an ACL now, and he's going to be into his second year playing the tight end position, which I really do like. Jack Stahl, I would like to see more from him, more in a passing game. He's done a lot of the dirty work for this offense when it comes to the blocking and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And I don't think Kroom is going to do much, but I don't know if they add another guy in this draft. Like Trey McBride, I mean, I don't know if Trey McBride's going to be the top guy in this draft or the guy from UCLA. I forgot his name, but had a good pro day at UCLA the other day. They had more testing the other day. So we'll see. Matt Ruiz says, just imagine our young backs having Slay and Pearson to mentor him. Tex says, Pat Pete is better than Rhodes. Ron Yancey said, I think a dark horse linebacker we can get in the second round if Christian Harris isn't there is Quay Walker. Played next to Dean at Georgia. He's 6'4", 240 from ran a 4.52. Had an awesome combine. Check him. Jersey, what do you know? Think how he's going to do today? I'm hoping getting a free eight. I'm hoping getting at least a trade, somewhat of a trade for a receiver or something, or they sign a free agent receiver or sign a safety. Can I dream about Howie trying to get Toe Adams? Andrew B says, if you were Howie Roseman, what would you do for the rest for free agency of the draft? I mean, it just depends, like how much. Like I don't know the contracts and how much money they want. It's easy to say. Like I would go get Allen Robinson right now. I'd go into the draft. I would go into the draft and get Ojabo. I would go get Devontae Wyatt, and then obviously trade back your 19th overall pick to get a second for this year and a first and multiple mid-round picks for 2023. Second says Howie probably won't do anything until Watson gets somewhere. Jalen Brooks says, if Howie's determined to make big-time trade, what players do you think we would target? I mean, Chase Claypool, apparently there's a rumor he's on the trade block right now, so I'm not sure. I would love a DK trade if it's possible. So we'll see. Roseman better pay the money or get the draft picks we need because we need a second ring. Revolution Green says, favorite Eagles, you two are from a non-Eagles fan. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Much love, dude. Especially if fans that aren't from that follow the Eagles either. It's great to hear that, you know? What happened to Richard Rodgers? He played – Richard Rodgers is like – he's a good backup guy to really play. You know, he's a really good backup guy. Even when he started 4 games in 2020 for us, he played really well. Like he came in when there was injuries. You know what I mean? And it's been kind of crazy. Taji said, hit the like and subscribe. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it very much, man. Sean says, Wyatt, 6'3", 315. Fletcher Cox, 6'4", 310. Philly Insider says, great stream, Joey. Keep up the great work. Would you like to go collab? Yo, dude, just hit me up. I don't know if you have Twitter or not, but follow me on Twitter if you guys haven't. Yeah, I mean, if you guys could follow me on Twitter, it's easier to find me on Twitter. Just add me on Twitter, and I'll add anyone after this stream. My Twitter is private. So, yeah, definitely. Just hit me up, man. I'd be definite. This is the best time to get me on, like, you know, live streams and stuff, because during the season I have no time, and the off season I have a lot more flexibility. Because Sundays I usually take off on Sundays, but during the week I'm pretty much free every day, most times. So definitely hit me up. It says Howie taking a day off after his extension, no cap. That's crazy though. Wyatt is a beast. He is. Brand says, doesn't Watson have to be traded by a certain time or else the Texans owe money? I don't know. There might be, but I'm not sure. Texas Wyatt is 300. He looks slim in my opinion. Mario says, I want Pearson, Juju, or a trade for tight end 2. From there, we could fill the other spots in the draft. I do not want Juju at all. So, I mean, from what I've heard so far, the Eagles are not interested in Juju Smith-Schuster. They were this offseason. They were last year. They had a deal on the table for him last year before they drafted Devontae Smith. So, I'm not really sure. Texas Cowboys releasing La'el Collins. Yeah, I saw that. I thought he got signed, unless that was somebody else. Bad Beach says Howie's got to be waiting for the Marcus Harris said, if Hurts doesn't become a better passer, free agent, wide receivers can't help us. Maddie says for all the fun, for the final offer before jumping. Yeah, that's what I feel like he's gonna do. I feel like he's gonna do is like the thing is gonna be set. Howie's gonna make a phone call and be like, "Hey, I'm here. I'm ready to get this done." Eagles are trying to steal it under their, because really, I mean, at the end of the day, okay, at the end of the day, what are the Falcons? What are these teams giving up? These rosters that are in rebuild, especially the Falcons, that the Falcons are the majority spot of where Deshaun Watson is supposed to go. What are they giving up? Like, what are they giving up? I mean, they're rebuilding right now. They have an aging quarterback. What are they building right? I mean, what do they have right now? Like, they can't get rid of Kyle Pitts. They just drafted him. Like, what do they have? Gage is gone. They're signing they just signed a couple guys, like a corner. They signed a couple guys. Like, they got no roster. Like, what are they giving up? You're giving away your franchise. I mean, you're gonna be depleted of draft picks. You're not gonna be, and Watson's gonna it's gonna be way too much for everything. I don't get it. I don't get it. Makes no sense to me what they're doing. Cowboys are falling apart. Tex says, I think we should draft receiver Robinson. Has attitude. Dude, I like Allen Robinson a lot. I do. How it can make us a top 5 defense by getting the players that Gannon needs. Gannon felt as though he had to limit the scheme because of the lack of talent. I mean, I agree with that. I think he played more cautious with this passive zone, soft zone coverage, which I couldn't stand last year. We don't have the players for that. I mean, he was just being cautious, not giving up big plays. B. Ferg said, you think Eagles use all 3 first rounders? No, I think they trade one of them back. Attached to Devon Smith needs to put some extra weight on. He's too skinny out there. I mean, he's skinny, but he can put on some weight, as long as it doesn't affect his speed. I'm fine with the way he is. Cody says we need Howie to show us why he's got that extension, make a move. Ronnie says, man sauce has really grown on me. That's lengthy, fast. Be nice to have opposite of Slade than get Ojabo. Howie's lurking in the trees, Joey. We about to land DK. I hope so, bro. Sauce is going to be a top 10 pick, but, man, if they try to land DK, Cowboys releasing La'el Collins. He'll have a huge market. Damn, man. They are trying to get the cap working right now. He was supposed to be a post Jude first cut, saves $10 million, no trade, but Collins will have a good market. That's good. That's good for them. On the subject QB bonuses, the Bears Nick Foles is due one tomorrow, just like Matt Ryan. It's $4 million, it's guaranteed, so Foles is going to get it, but it's half of what he's owed in 22, so he now becomes more attractive to teams on a potential trade. Just someone we had the McDonald's CEO. That is funny. Oh my God. Charles Saver says Howie needs to trade Dillard, Cox, Rager, or cut him. Watson from ATL. Matt Ruiz says Saints had a second meeting with Watson. He's going there. Oh my God. What is going on with these teams right now? The Saints are like in cap hell right now, and they're going to give up. And the Falcons have literally nobody. Oh my God. Shoot me in the head with this crap. I can't wait till it's over. Jenna Show is Rager there, worst receiver in the league. Yeah, I would say so because he can't do anything. He's not explosive off the line. He's lazy on routes. He can't get open. He gets bullied off the line. He's not dependent. You can't depend on him. He can't even give you special teams, nothing. He can't punt return. He can't do anything. Attached that we're never getting rid of Cox. He's one of our best players on the D line while we try to get rid of him. Dude, he's had 2 down seasons, man. He's had 2 down years. This year was probably the worst. It was bad. It was a bad year for Cox this year. I don't care about the scheme or anything like that. If he can't beat on single cover, on single blocks. It's a problem. Texas, I hope Watson plays terrible because of the drama he was causing. Fred Flores says, yo, Joey, think we should go after Barr. Now Jack is going Steelers and Hicks. I wouldn't mind it. Because Barr can play. Barr can cover. Barr can blitz. He's good. Anthony Barr's a good player. Tyler Chris says, I'd rather have Allen Robinson over Julio because of age difference. Oh, yeah. I mean, I would rather have Robinson over Julio Jones. Like, Julio Jones is 32 years old. Is he declining? I don't see much in Julio anymore, but it's always an option if the Eagles want to go that route. Philly Raps. So basically, we're waiting to raid the roster of the team that signs Watson. Let's see. Mario Carson, I just hope we move on from our first rounders next year. If Jalen doesn't work out, Bryce Young should be targeted. He might be one of I think, what is it, Caleb Williams, or I forgot the other quarterback that's coming out next year. It's pretty good. Hey, that actually smart, Philly. That's what we got to do, bro. That's what we got to do. Yeah, everyone's pissed off about this. Everyone's really pissed off about this Deshaun Watson stuff. It's like taking over the whole entire free agency. Like, no joke. Yeah, so a lot of rumors right now about Patrick Peterson to Philadelphia. A lot of rumors. I remember we tried acquiring him like a few years ago, like a while ago. I remember we tried prying him off of Arizona a while back. I remember we tried doing it, but we could. It wasn't going to happen. I remember that. Let's see. Eric said, I hate that my Eagles do this every year. We being cheap as hell, letting anybody else build a great roster, then go in the draft, grab 5-round players. Expect, dude, like give it time, man. Like we signed Hassan Reddick, bro. Like it was a good price. It was a good price. We're not trying to be cheap. It is what it is. Like they tried going after Marcus Williams. He's being aggressive right now. You gotta give him we don't have $70 million in cap space right now. We can't go on a free agent frenzy. We have enough for maybe 3 mid-tier signings as of right now, maybe one more. You know what I mean? And then you have 3 first-round picks, man. Like, that's huge. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you have all that money. You could buy all the free agents you want. But at the same time, it's like build through the draft, man. Build through the draft. Offensively, like, it's really up to Jalen Hurts. Like, they add another weapon for Jalen Hurts, which they will, whether it's free agency or the draft. And then defensively, they could get this whole defense done in one draft. I mean, literally, they could sign a receiver now and sign a safety and then add to the defensive line, plus maybe get a linebacker, which I'm actually very excited about. So, very much, I feel like since we didn't go in the Miles Jack, that means we're not sure linebacker in the draft. Marcel says it's almost too quiet. I think dealers on the move. Of course, I always wonder how players react to news they may be traded, and if that impacts play, maybe that's part of the same decline we've seen from Cox. Probably not, but who knows? Texas, no Drake London, please. Deshaun Watson, Mars will just do Atlanta and kick Matt Ryan right now. It's time for a new era. They will be stuck with Matt Ryan until he is 80. Texas, who'd they try to get from Arizona? Eddie DeBrio says Slay is trying his best to land. Yeah, it seems like they're trying to get Patrick Peterson here. That's what it seems like. These big names aren't even some players that they were years ago. Well, yeah, some of them are not. But if you build your defensive line on top of some veteran cornerbacks, then it'll be worth it in the end. You know what I mean? But, I want to draft a homegrown talent, but I just don't know if it's going to happen. Yeah, we don't have much money, bro. Like, I don't know why it's like, you only spend so much money. The Eagles had cap space, but they had enough for a couple moves. Like, that's it. We didn't have over $70 million in cap space where they could do whatever the hell they want to do. Are the Eagles still paying Wentz? No, I think they're done. I think they're done with his contract. I think it's over. Eric Cohen, we had $10 million for Chark. Look at Fuller. Stop sending for mid-tier players. Jenna Shell says Byron Prince is a free agent. He's a pretty good guy. Pair up with Devonta Smith and a guy like Tron Burks and Devonta Smith. Ryan Spiel says Patrick Pearson wants to come to Philly. So it seems like exactly the most cap space we have. So because Wentz is off the books, we aren't 50 to 70 million under the cap. Nakobe Dean, baby, that's what I want, man. I'm telling you, Nakobe Dean. They went to his pro. They went to his pro day or the workouts they had in Georgia. So at Athens. So it should be interesting. Rager did absolutely nothing that he did in college highlights. No, I feel, I did that highlight. I did the highlights. I had like over 200,000 views on the highlights that I made, and all for nothing. I mean, all for nothing, really. Just really excited for absolutely nothing. Beaver, do you think a cornerback or edge rusher is more important? Oh yeah, definitely. Like I think safety's really important because we have nothing there right now. Linebacker, we just need to draft a young talent that's going to be here for years to come. We need a thumper at linebacker to complement TJ Edwards. You know what I mean? I think getting Hassan Reddick was great because he can move all over the place, which is good. Teams that go crazy in free agency never works out. Take the Jets, take the Giants last year. It's not all about just signing all these players that look good on paper. Like it's coaching on top of it and producing. You know what I mean? And it's injuries. You know what I mean? Quick question is, what are the Jets doing this season? They could be way better than the Giants this year and stand out as New York's better team. I don't know. I don't know if that's the case, but like I said, I don't think we get linebacker, edge rusher, and free agency. I think we go safety and cornerback, then receiver maybe, but I think we address in the draft. Ron Brosky says the Eagles are keeping cap space clear for Watson. When you see us signing players that will indicate no Watson incoming, it's the only thing that makes sense. That's interesting. That's really interesting. So, I mean, so they tried going after Marcus Williams. So what if that trade went through? They wouldn't be going after Deshaun Watson at that point because that's a big signing right there. Coach, any updates on Julio? I think going after him is available. His ability to mentor Devontae and Quez could be worth the price. Yeah, but is he going to produce for us? And you know, that's the problem. Can he stay healthy? 32 years old. Eric Coleman, Rager is bad, but let's get absolutely no help from his coach and QB, be honest, as they throw him to screens. Tex says, has LSU Pro Day happened already? I really want to see Stanley since he did not go to the Combine. Pat Pearson was 3 years ago, but if he was super cheap, I trust State lobbying over McPherson starting. Big Play State was right about Nelson shooting 1-1 so far. Yeah, I mean, he was right about Steven Nelson. And people complain about the secondary. The secondary was our best position, the secondary, the cornerback spot was one of our best spots going into this year. I mean, last year. And the defensive line had no pressure. You can't put too much on the secondary not covering, or Steven Nelson gets beat a few times. Like, there's no pressure. That's a big problem, man. Dude, at the Bucks game when Jalen Reagor dropped the ball and looked like he was getting ready to cry because he knew his time was up in Philly. Dude, that when pretty much that game was over in 10 minutes. That game was over in 10 minutes. When he muffed the punt at the 50-yard line, it was pretty much at the half field mark. That was pretty much it. That was pretty much it, man. Pretty much. So, let's see. So happy we didn't get Adoree'. Adoree' got paid, bro. Like, he was not worth that money. I'm sorry, but he's a good cornerback. But Adoree', no, he got paid way too much money. Philly Rob, speaking of the Jets, I thought Joe Douglas would have had more success by now. Well, the problem with that, Joe Douglas came onto a roster that had a lot of bad contracts, overpaid contracts. So Maccagnan, that was the GM that was fired. So Maccagnan a couple years ago was fired after the draft. So Maccagnan did the Jets. They did the free agency, they did the draft, and then he got fired. And then he overpaid all these players. And Joe Douglas pretty much came into a mess. So that's probably, I wouldn't put too much on it because he had to get out of some of those contracts. Jenna Shaw said getting to Kobe Dean, Devin Lloyd could turn the worst linebacker core into the league's best with Reddick and Sam linebacker, Lloyd at middle linebacker, Dean at weak side. Yeah, no, I'm telling you, it's gonna be interesting. They drafted Devin Lloyd or Nakobe Dean. This team is set for years to come. TJ Edwards is only going to be here for this year. See if they extend him. And then obviously, you got Reddick as well. So do you think the Eagles will sign Boston Scott again? I think so. I think they'll sign him back, maybe. I think it'll happen. In fact, signing a bunch of players that could good on paper is not how you end up like Dallas. Yeah, exactly. Remarks, I got a feeling it's not Watson Howie's going after. It's Murray. I don't know about that. I mean, I heard they're trying to work out a deal right now, so I don't know. I like how Rasulo's made a name for himself. I'm glad too, man. I mean, it took him like 3 teams. He was with the Eagles, he was with the Raiders. I mean, he was with the Panthers, the Raiders, and now the Green Bay. It's like his 4th team. You know what I mean? It took like 4 teams for. I mean, it's really how the coaches are using him. He played really well, so I'm happy for him. You know what I mean? Eric Coleman, I'm just pissed our roster got 1 legit wide receiver on 5 practice squad players. Quez is a deep threat. No, Quez is going to be – you got to keep Quez playing. And then people aren't high on Quez Watkins. There's people that talk a lot of crap about Quez Watkins, and I don't know why. Put more blame on Jalen Hurts more than Quez Watkins. Put more blame on Jalen Hurts than Devontae Smith, okay? Because there's just – it's insane. Got to give him – he's a problem, man. Quez Watkins is a problem. I'm telling you. Coach, I'm sure Julio can produce more than Reagor, even if he misses some games. I just hope he gets someone soon. Charles Javers says, last season in week 8 to 11, 4 games, Reagor had a combined 8 targets, 4 receptions, and 5 yards, 0 touchdowns, 3 runs for 13 yards, while Jefferson had 24 catches, 35 targets, 464 yards, 3 touchdowns. That's just insane, bro. Ryan said, if Philly would keep all 3 picks, I would select Dean, defensive end Ojabo, Davis, or defensive end for Purdue. Yeah, but that would do so. Never, ever forget Justin Jefferson. I will not. Eric Coleman, stop making excuses for the players who's bad. It's not up to the coaches for a player to catch a ball, and it's definitely true. Eric says, bro, Jalen Hurts completes 60% of his passes, meaning he off target damn near 4 out of every 10, or probably more than that. Do you think they're going to go after Kaepernick, come back because they do? It's going to be hard for him to come back after play 5, 6. He's going to want to. I mean, what's he going to want? A big contract as a backup, like a big vital, mid-tier contract, like as a backup? No, bro. Mayor Slate says Eric Coleman on type of dude listen to Drake's Marvin's Room in the shower. Yeah, it says no more TJ Edwards, please. Tired of these bottom of the barrel. TJ Edwards isn't a bad linebacker, bro. What are you talking about? That includes Davion Taylor, Mr. Trauma Unit Taylor, and he's always hurt, and that's the issue with him right now. But TJ Edwards is like he's undrafted, bro. Like we're getting really good play out of him right now as an undrafted guy. Yeah, definitely. Jan says Rasul Douglas situation is the same as Patrick Chung, way better after they left. True. Very much. I don't want Murray either. I want to build this roster and see what we do, what we have in Hurts. And we're gonna find out this year. Shono says, I'd rather have Lloyd and Leo Chanel. Leo does everything at a high level. Eric Holmes said, you sound dumb as hell, kid. Weak ass play calling us shitty SQB. What? oh, they're having a fight right now. That's why. We need to we need a complimentary thumper at linebacker. I agree with that. But I don't think TJ Edwards is crap. Like, he's not horrible. Like, TJ Edwards had a really good year last year. I think we'll have even a better year if they put a nice piece next to him. Do you think the Eagles will win the division this year? It just depends, man, how the quarterback play is and how this defense is. Just depends. Cowboys fans on their knees begging. TJ Edwards is solid. He's definitely worth a roster spot. 100%, man. But yeah, this is we get good players, but don't develop them. I think we have players. I think we've developed good players. I think we developed, like, between Jordan Mailata, Dickerson is now a starter at left guard. I mean, there's a lot of good players we've developed. It's just depends on who the player is, and just, it just depends. It just depends. Cody says, I like TJ Edwards. I think he's our best, or at least our most dependable linebacker. Plus, the guy could pop someone. Oh, yeah, he's very physical, which I really do like. Taj said, I feel like Jalen Hurts needs to be in the gym every day and competing more than 60% of his passes. If you could bump it up to 80%, you'll be a problem. 90%, almost 100 if you're a freaking problem. Yeah. If Hurts can get these throws in on these wide open receivers, it'd be a totally different story right now. Because I'm tired of hearing the commentators during games say, oh, there was a guy wide open here, a guy wide open there. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, stupid. He dumps off the pass when there's a guy wide open. Just doesn't see it, man. It's just a problem right now. It's just a total problem. It's aggravating, really. It's really aggravating. Really aggravating right now. So we will see. We will see. Let's see here. What's going on, guys? All right. So we're pretty much good. We're almost at 3 hours right now. Nothing has happened. I'm going to take a quick little check, see what's going on. I'm excited to see the press conference in a few hours, which is good for Hassan Reddick. Excited to see it. Bucks Tom Brady recruiting pro Julio Jones signed with Tampa. Jones 33 years old. Oh boy, it's quiet. I'm about to freak out on what the compensation is going to be. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. I'm pretty pumped about it. Edwards or Miles Jack? I'd rather have Jack. Jack led the Jaguars in lead tackle. I'm good with Edwards, bro. I mean, why didn't we add Miles Jack to TJ Edwards? That would have been great too, but I think we're fine with Edwards, man. I think we're fine with Edwards. Yeah, but that would do, man. Gotta get back to work. Salute to Joey. Hey, appreciate it, man. Thanks for coming in, bro. Thanks for coming in. We'll see you on the next one. Ron said, would you rather have draft Kelsey's replacement this year, go in free agency next year for the best available center, or draft one next season? That's an interesting one. Like, that's why when I see other guys and what they do, they could get Linderbaum this year. I don't know if that's the case. They could get Linderbaum, so I really don't know. But I'm not sure. I don't know what they should do. They're going to have to get the replacement. They can't keep the center position is so important. They can't put some like nobody in that position next year. So that's just the truth. They can't do that. Can't do it. Can't afford to do it. So it could be free agency next year. It's either they draft Linderbaum this year or it's free agency next year. I don't know. I don't know what it is. So we'll see. We'll see. It should be interesting. I don't know what they're gonna do. We will see. So we're about 3 hours in. Really nothing going on. I will have probably a couple videos out today. And then tomorrow we'll be back tomorrow, probably same time, to do this again. I'm excited. I love doing this. It's been a lot of fun. We'll go into day 5 of free agency and just see what's happening. So I'm pretty pumped about it. So guys, it's been great. It's been fun. 186 strong in the chat. Much love to everybody that came into the chat, today just to, spit their 2 cents about the Eagles and everything like that. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel. We cover the Eagles every single day. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be streaming the draft. I mean, we're going to have a lot of mock draft videos coming out and some other things happening. So, I'm excited. I'm pumped about it. I hope you guys are too. Hopefully Howie makes a move. I'm maybe excited about seeing this Deshaun Watson. Obviously how much we get for him. I'm not us, but see how much the compensation is going to be and what teams are giving up, and obviously, some other things as well. So, that's it. Hassan Reddick is going to have his press conference at 3:15, another hour and a half. So I'm excited to see that. And that's it. And we're going to be set. We're going to be ready to go. We're going to be good to go. So, other than that, that's it, guys. Subscribe, guys. Hit the like button if you guys try to get the 215 likes if you guys haven't. And we're going to be ready to go. We're going to be ready to go. So, other than that, I will see you guys later. You guys have a fantastic day. Subscribe to the channel. Like the stream if you guys haven't. And that's it. And we'll see you guys on the next one. You guys have a fantastic day. Enjoy the rest of the day. Don't stress out too much. All right. See you tomorrow, guys. Peace out, guys.